Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Friday night to you. It's Dave McKenzie along with Keenan Clark as we are in Franklin County, West Frankfort High School tonight. Keenan, as it's a matchup of the 1-1 West Frankfort Redbirds and the 2-0 Carterville Lions.
It is. We mentioned earlier, West Frankfort's a team that's got one win already under the belt. Close game last week against Heron. They're an up-and-coming team right now, and they're hungry for a big win, and they probably marked Carterville as a big marquee win for them if they can grab that. Yeah,
those the one win that the West Frankfort Redbirds had came week 1 against Massac County and kind of opened people's eyes to what the possibilities were with this Redbird team this season.
Yeah, whenever you come out of the gates, West Frankfort's they've got some pretty good athletes, and when you're playing a team like Massac County where you have a chance to win that one, you take advantage of it, as opposed to you don't want to come out and stub your toe and be 0-2, then you're really hurting going into week 3. But right now they've probably got some confidence built, feel good about themselves.
Of course, let's talk about the Carterville Lions. Week 1, they had the tough game on the road at Benton. Last week, Nashville comes to town, and it was defense that was fantastic for the Lions a week ago.
2 weeks ago as well. So, last week we saw a lot of great things from our defense. And like you said earlier, it's next man up mentality. And if we have any issues offensively or defensively, we're going through a lot of kids, a lot of personnel right now. And everybody seems to be taking care of their job. They're doing their job, and then that's making all the difference in the world.
Absolutely. And we'll be giving you updates on that as we go through the game this evening as we are in West Frankfort. And I tell you what, weather-wise, remember flashback 2 weeks ago when it was 105 at kickoff?
Short of a couple of blackouts, I do remember that night. It was hot.
I had to prop you up there in the booth at Benton, but we survived that. And tonight, it is absolutely gorgeous, 75 degrees here as we come on the air. Both teams are back toward the locker room areas here at West Frankfort and be making their way out to the field momentarily. We're going to go on and take our first break here on our John A. Logan College pregame show. When we come back, I had a chance to talk to the head coach of your Carterville Lions, Coach Brett Dial. You'll hear from the head coach coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
And if you guys could turn the your each mic up just a little bit, it should help a lot.
Okay.
And then give me a quick test 1, 2.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check.
Test 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, that sounds okay as far as I can tell. Keenan might be a little lower than you are. You might bump Keenan up just a bit.
Okay.
How's this? A little bit better now?
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check. How do we sound now?
Straight to him.
Oh.
Gonna have to turn this down for right now.
Coach Brett Dial joining us here this evening. Coach, 2-0 on the season. We'll take on West Frankfort. You haven't been in Frankfort to play.
Yeah, it's been, I think I was last year in 2014, I think was my last time here. So, we just got to get over here. We got to take care of business. I think we're off to a good start. But, it's easy to play some of those rival games like Nashville and even Benton has become a big rivalry for us. And I think one of the things that we have to see is, are we going to grow up a little bit, be as an experienced team, we're going to mature on the road, and do we have the ability to have a business-like approach, come over here, take care of business, and go home, and in a game that we should do well in. I think we're a little bit more experienced than they are, but that doesn't mean anything. You don't get any points for should. So we got to get over here, and we got to take care of business, and we got to execute.
Coach, last week had a couple of key injuries affect you early on, but your replacements did an outstanding job, and I really want to call out Amon Cozy.
Yeah, absolutely. We have some really good depth in our skill positions for sure, and obviously we want Peyton and Aiden back, but it is an next man philosophy in football. I mean, it's just the nature of the sport that you're going to have bumps and bruises. You're going to have people that are going to be out throughout the course of the season for a week or however long, and somebody's got to step up, and when they get the opportunity, you got to make the most of it. And I definitely think that Amon did that last week. He got the opportunity. He's been waiting patiently. Next thing you know, he turns in 18 carries against a very good Nashville team with over 100 yards. So he's definitely shown now that he is he's worthy, and he's going to get his carries.
This West Frankfort team, they're young, but they're a good ball team.
Yeah, they're definitely an up-and-coming team. It's a dangerous team. They are young, so we're trying to hope that they're maybe even a year away from it.
You can bring it straight to me when he's done.
We still have
we're going to have to make sure we don't take anybody lightly. You have to prepare for everybody and give everybody respect. I think we've done that this week. We've had a very good practice.
Well, hang up. It looks like they're lining up for the anthem, but we're still waiting on Redbirds to come out. So we may just go straight to commercial.
The Redbirds are out.
Oh, they're here. Okay. Go to commercial. Sorry.
That's fine. I didn't.
At this time, please rise. Gentlemen,
It's anthem now.
as we honor America with the presentation of our national anthem by the FCHS band under the direction of Andrea Francis.
Welcome back to West Frankfort on this Friday night. It is the 8th day of September, week 3 of the high school football season. I'm Dave McKenzie, Keenan Clark alongside, and nice job by the West Frankfort Redbirds on the national anthem here this evening on a beautiful night for football in Southern Illinois. The 2-0 Carterville Lions coming off the big win over the Nashville Hornets a week ago. The West Frankfort Redbirds 1-1 on the season, a win over Massac County, and the loss last week to the Heron Tigers. And look at that. This is an all natural turf field here, Keenan Clark.
It is. We haven't played on, from what I can tell, we haven't played on grass since last year.
Yep.
At AJ.
Yep.
And so it's a little bit different feel. It changes the feel under you whenever you're running. It changes the feel under you when you're blocking on the line. Like it's a little bit different.
It is.
So our kids will adjust, hopefully.
Yep, it is just a little bit different. Carterville in the road whites. They're white over white this evening with the orange helmets. Lions on the side. And another nice crowd from the Carterville Lions. As always, they make the trip wherever the boys play. We are located on the West Frankfort side here. On the, let's see here, we are looking east, so we're on the west side of the football field. And a nice crowd from West Frankfort. You can see the barbecue smoke on each side of the field, and this is a good view. I like this.
It is. It's just it's a different type of facility from what we're used to. I mean, we played on these years past, but nowadays things are so modernized and updated. Not that this isn't great in its own way, but I look over there and our fans are sitting right behind the players. I mean, the coaches are going to be coaching another 150, 200 people every time they say something because they're just sitting right on top of them.
One thing I really like whenever we play West Frankfort or whenever we play Frankfort in basketball, the fact I kind of like that classic
Max Morris Gymnasium.
Max Morris
Beautiful.
Gym.
Beautiful.
And being able to play in some of the old school facilities. And that's what we're at tonight. And it's just going to be a beautiful night. Let's talk a little bit about this West Frankfort Redbird team. They, the man that kind of sets the tone for them, Keenan Clark, is their quarterback. Everybody's talking about him, what an athlete he is. He's a junior, 5'11", 150-pound Travion Johnson. They say he is speed demon out there on the field.
You know, we talk a lot about how Brandon Skelcher can extend plays and get around people and make it last a little bit longer. I think Travion even takes that to another level. Like, he's really good, very elusive in the backfield, and sometimes a broken play is his best play. And so we've got to find a way to contain him and not let him get loose because he's going to be hard to tackle.
Let's talk about for the Carterville Lions. We got to see him last week. He came in relief, and that was Amon Cozy. And a week ago, what a game he had as he ran 18 times for 103 yards. He scored 1 touchdown. Just outstanding coming on to relieve Peyton Van Horn and Aiden Hinton.
He did, and he never really got to open up the Jets either. The one inside play that he ran, the touchdown, what was it, 27 yards or whatever it was, he looked really fast on that one. The rest of him, he's just looked elusive, and we haven't seen him open up the barrels yet, and I'd like to see that tonight.
West Frankfort Redbirds are being introduced. They're in their home red jerseys with the big white numbers on the back, the gray pants, and the red helmets. Other games around Southern Illinois tonight of interest in the River to River Conference. Pinckneyville at Harrisburg. Heron is at DuQuoin. Massac County at Anna Jonesboro. Benton on the road at Murfreesboro. That's a big ball game right there.
Yes, it is.
And then Westland is in Nashville to take on the Hornets. And another game that I threw in here that we need to pay attention to is Prairie Central is playing at St. Joe Ogden, and we're going to be seeing that St. Joe Ogden team in Carterville coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, St. Joe's they've been playing really well to start the season as well. So, you know, we don't want to think too far ahead, but you know, it's always interesting to kind of keep an eye on what everybody else is doing while you're taking care of business in your own place.
South 7 matchups tonight features Cahokia at Granite City. Carbondale is at Collinsville. Of course, Carbondale coming out that big win, upset win over Mount Vernon a week ago. Althoff is at Centralia. Centralia needs a win in a bad way. They're 0-2 on the season. And Mount Vernon is at Marion to take on the Wildcats this evening. Black Diamond action features Christopher at Hamco, El Dorado at Johnston City, Sesser is at Fairfield, Edwards County is at Flora, and in the Cahokia Conference tonight, Freeburg at Chester, Madison at DuPont, Central at Redbud, Breeze at Effingham, Taylorville at Columbia, Roxana Civic Memorial, and Salem is at Mount Zion. John A. Logan Little Egypt Coaches Poll came out this week. And the top 5 feature the Marion Wildcats at number 1. Your Carterville Lions, the number 2 team. And Murfreesboro 3. DuQuoin moved up into the number 4 slot. And Mount Vernon, after that loss a week ago, falls to number 5.
They did. And I think the Mount Vernon, Marion, that matchup's going to be really interesting to keep an eye on whenever that gets going, full speed there.
So the Carterville Lions make their way out onto the field. It's going to be Riley Crane that does the kicking. Carterville will have the ball to start the second half. West Frankfort just below us here at West Frankfort. Medical crews are here. Great crowd on the home side. Fantastic crowd on the visitor side. And it is a perfect night for high school football.
You know, I see two familiar faces for us right down here. David Butler used to coach at Carterville for quite some time. He's now working here at West Frankfort for their line.
Yep.
And standing next to him,
Mike Stroud.
Mike Stroud, who
Yep.
is our longtime trainer, who now does a few games from time to time, and he just so happens to be here on the West Frankfort sideline tonight. So
Riley Crane approaches, kicks the ball, little pooch kick over to the far sideline. It goes out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Of course, the flag is thrown, and Frankfort's going to have outstanding field position to start things off. It is the West Frankfort Redbirds that are led by Travion Johnson. It's at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Redbirds are going to start things off here this evening. We're glad to have you along, and thank you for tuning in. And if you want to watch the game, you can go to YouTube. Just search Carterville Lions at West Frankfort.
we might have some West Frankfort fans listening in tonight.
I
So
think we will.
They're without a
Absolutely.
radio station right now, and so welcome to you as well.
Travion Johnson, the quarterback, will work from the shotgun. He takes the snap. He gives it off to his running back, who falls forward for a gain of about 2 on the carry. It is going to be Brady Melvin, who picks up 3 yards on that carry.
Miller and Doan caught him right there at the line of scrimmage. Not quite enough power there to push through those two.
Gain of 2 officially. It's 2nd and 8 now from the 37-yard line. Brady Melvin, the running back on the left-hand side of Travion Johnson. Johnson, the junior, takes the snap. He's going to move to his left, pitches it out to Melvin, gets to the outside. Has going to be just a little bit short of a first down as he was able to catch the corner. Nice gain there. It's going to be a gain of about 7. Looks like they are going to mark it just about a yard short, so it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Redbirds.
I think we had Riley Crane come in from the backfield, or defensive backfield, and come and drag him out just a little bit early, but let's see what they do here on this 3rd and short. It's going to try to pack it in and run right at us, or they're going to try to get to that edge again.
They get it out to the 44-yard line, so quickly the Redbirds come to the line of scrimmage with 17 seconds on the play clock. It's the short, and a flag comes in. Somebody jumped early. I do believe it's going to be a motion penalty on the Redbirds.
Yeah, I don't think they got set.
That's the call, illegal motion. So that's going to back them up 5. It'll be 3rd and 6 now for the Redbirds. And they'll put the ball down at the 38-yard line. So that always hurts when you go from a 3rd and 1 to a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I thought they were going to run up there and try to get us to draw off sides, and he came up there with a hard count, and they didn't quite get set in the backfield. I think they were still trying to find their feet underneath him whenever he snapped the ball.
Brady Melvin, the running back in the backfield. They send 2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near. Travion Johnson, the quarterback, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws it to the outside, gets it out to his receiver, and he falls forward just enough for the reception, as it was Eli Tyson that caught the pass.
So what they did on that play, I saw West Frankfort pull their linemen to this side over here, to this strong side, hoping we would send our linebackers, defensive end, maybe in pursuit, looking for the play on this way, and then they just threw it right over the top on the weak side there. Made a nice catch and run. He put some good yardage in after that catch there.
Well designed and executed by the Redbirds as they have the first down of the game. It's 1st and 10 from the 45, just under 11 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Travion Johnson, the quarterback. He works from under center this time, split backs, and another flag comes in, and that
we might be offsides.
Yeah, looked like somebody for the Lions jumped.
I think we had somebody lined up in the neutral zone. Nope, he's going to give a false start.
Yep. So that's going to back up the Redbirds. That's the 2nd penalty on this drive. So instead of 1st and 10, now it's 1st and 15 as they put the ball down at the 40-yard line.
Looked like a miscommunication there as well. I thought the center had snapped the ball and no one else moved. It looked funny.
Here come the Redbirds as they break huddle. This time Johnson backs it up to the shotgun. Melvin, the running back, Two receivers far side, one to the near side. Johnson takes the snap, going to keep it himself right off the guard, up across the 45 out near the 50-yard line. Man, he just does hit that hole quick, doesn't he?
He not only hit the hole quick, he hit it strong. He was low, got behind the shoulder pads. Once we made initial contact, he still picked up at least 2 or 3 yards after that.
Picked up 10 on that carry. So it is 2nd down and 5 from midfield for the Redbirds. Johnson now breaks the huddle, brings his Redbirds to the line of scrimmage. Two receivers out on the far side. Carterville almost jumped off again here, and they throw the flag. And it looks like it was Luke Johnson that may have jumped. Or is that Riley?
I thought it was their defensive end. I thought it was Emerson Doan.
It's against the Lions, so they're going to scoot them back 5 yards, and it's going to be short of a first down by about a half a yard. They're going to say offside on the Lions. And it is about a half yard short. So it's still 2nd and 1 now from the 45 of Carterville. Johnson checks with Coach Berry. Berry here on the near side gets the play call. Two receivers now to the near side. He rolls to his right. He's going to keep it himself. Has the first down, and he's driven backwards. But he did get enough for the first down, and it'll depend on the mark.
Yeah, they're going to need a good mark for that.
You would think this near side official would have the mark, but they go to the far side.
I think that's going to be enough probably to get the first down.
They may have to measure, though. They're going to say first down. Good call, Keenan Clark.
We might have seen something on that. We brought in, I think we had 8 guys in the box right there when that ball was snapped. We somehow knew that there was a running play going on.
So here come the Redbirds. That is their 2nd first down on this drive, but there's been 3 penalties, 2 by the Redbirds, 1 by the Lions.
I think they're content to let the clock run and just slowly pick up first down, spend 3-4 downs to getting the so if they have to. They just don't want the ball in our hands.
Travion Johnson claps the hand twice from the shotgun, takes the snap, gives it to Melvin. Melvin is wrapped up right there at the 45-yard line. Nice job by the Lions' pursuit to get to him and wrap him up. Emerson Doan is there.
Yeah, I missed the number on that. Yeah, it looks like it's number 13. Who do we have here as number 13?
For us would be, I don't have a 13.
Exactly.
So we'll have to see if we can figure that out. So now it is 2nd down and 10. No gain on that carry by Melvin from the 45 for the Redbirds. Travion Johnson looks near side, checks the wristband, claps the hand twice, sets his offense. And a flag from the near side.
West Frankfort coaches and staff seems to think that it was on Carterville.
Maybe that was somebody lined up in the neutral zone. Offside again. You know what? I can understand it happening once. I kind of understand maybe happening twice, but it should not happen the rest of the game. Getting an off, lining up like that. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 now from the 40 of Carterville. Johnson. He moved forward. That should have been a flag.
You're going to call timeout. West Frankfort's going to get timeout here.
They do throw the flag.
Throwing a late flag here.
Because Johnson, I think, thought the snap was going to come to him, and he took a step forward. And that's going to be a motion penalty on West Frankfort, but we have a timeout. Penalty is on the Redbirds. Timeout here on the field. No score. 7:32 remaining in the first quarter. We'll pause 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF. Thanks. Hey, Keenan, Brian, you're going to need
who that is.
Keenan's number. If you need to text this, you're going to have to text Keenan. What is it, 618?
Yeah.
What is it?
618-922-5599.
5599. You got that? Welcome back to West Frankfort. Dave McKenzie and Keenan Clark here. Your Lions broadcast is brought to you by Steve and Rich's Barber Styling. They're a full-service salon on Division Street in Carterville, open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturday from 8 until 2. That penalty was on West Frankfort. It was illegal motion. So now it is 2nd down and 10 for the Redbirds from the Carterville 45 as Travion Johnson has tripped receivers left side, takes the snap, throws it across the middle, and overshoots his receiver who had gotten behind the Carterville defenders, and that was Brady Melvin, who had gotten behind the defenders, and Carterville is fortunate that pass was incomplete.
Yeah, he had 4 or 5 steps on us. We had 2 guys in hot pursuit, but we weren't going to run him down. The throw was a little bit out of his reach.
7:26 remaining here in the opening quarter. No score. First drive of the Redbirds, and already 12 plays into this drive for the home team in red. So it's 3rd down and 10 from the 45. West Frankfort taking their sweet time. Play clock down to about 10 seconds remaining.
I'm glad they got the play clock fixed. Beforehand, they thought it was
Johnson dropped the ball and wrapped up in the backfield, and nicely done by the Carterville defenses. Come flying in there was Chandler Jones to wrap up Travion Johnson.
Great penetration, and Johnson did a nice job of getting the ball picked up. He had a chance to get another step, but Jones got in there too quickly for him. Really nice job by our defensive line to shut that down quickly.
So now it is 4th down and 15, a loss of 5 on that play for the Redbirds. As the ball is right at midfield, Carterville sends Nick Bishing back deep to receive the punt. He stands at about the 10-yard line. And it looks like Travion Johnson will also do the punting for the Redbirds. I think he does a little bit of everything. He was on the return team on the kickoff.
He does.
Quarterback.
West Frankfort obviously wanted to pull some points out of this possession, but probably not too disappointed with hanging on to the ball for 6 minutes and before Carterville even get to bring the offense out on the field.
Yeah, 6:50 remaining here in the first quarter. They can't figure out what ball they want on the field. Finally, they have the right one. They set it down at midfield. And they put the clock in motion. Travion Johnson gets the kick away. Hits at about the 25, and it rolls to about the 20. And that is where the Carterville Lions are going to take over here on their first possession of the ball game with 6:34 remaining here in this first quarter clock. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. They are your York dealer and proud to serve the region for over 40 years. Find out more at charliesairandheat.com. Here come the Carterville Lions on offense. The ball at the 20-yard line, and it's Brandon Skelcher. Brandon, an outstanding season so far for the Carterville Lions is he is 33 of 43 for 427 yards. A week ago, he threw for 188 yards. The Lions have it from their own 20. Brings the pass out near side. It's caught out by Parker Poole across the 20 to the 30 to the 32, 33-yard line. First down, going to move those chains for the Lions.
Nice catch and a very good run. And guess who brought him down on that open field tackle?
Travion Johnson.
Travion Johnson.
Plays safety. He is the deep back. 1st and 10 now for the Lions. The ball at the 32 for Carterville. Skelch, 2 receivers to the right side. This time he gives it to Moncozy, who's brought down from behind, but he falls forward for about 1.5 yards. So Carterville looking at a 2nd down and 9 here.
Looked like that play was a little slow to develop. I don't know what was going on there. We had a double pull. We were pulling guard tackle that way. And Amon got caught up in the backfield. He got ran down from behind.
Lions come out of the huddle. They bring Parker Poole to the near side.
No deep coverage for West Frankfort. They're playing up and tight right on top of us.
Brady White on the far side. Skelcher rolls to his right, flips it out to the right side. Bishing's there. He picks up about 3 more yards. But Carterville's still going to look at about Looks like 3rd down and about 7. So a gain of 2 on that play.
Yeah, I've been impressed so far with West Frankfort's pursuit. They're going after the ball hard. I'm hoping we can catch them leaning a little bit and maybe pick something up on the backside here.
2nd down and 6 from the 36 for the Lions. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. It's the give to Cozy. Cozy straight up the gut, takes it out to about the 40-yard line where
Still
he'll
going to be a couple of yards short.
Yeah, so Carterville, what are they going to do here on 4th down?
Looks like we're bringing in the long snapper and the punt team.
So it's 3rd.
Nope, we're going to keep him out there.
It's just 3rd down. I've got it as 4th down, but it's 3rd down and 3 officially on the field. I think Carterville's catching a break, truthfully. On my chart.
Oh, we are losing our minds on the sideline over there. They look like they jumped off sides. They didn't call it.
No call. Here comes Cozy. 1st down. Makes a little move where he's finally popped at the 44-yard line. We'll take that. Amon Cozy, that little sidestep was just enough to give the Lions the 1st down.
Brady Melvin came scraping across from the backside and really popped him hard. He took him down hard on that play, but not before he pulls the 1st down, so we'll move the chains and go again.
Carterville quickly comes to the line of scrimmage. Skelcher from the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls right, wants to throw, pumps it down the middle, has his man. Oh, it's picked off out on the far side by West Frankfort. That is Eli Tyson that has it, and the intended receiver was Nick Bishing, and he had gotten by the defenders, but a nice recovery and adjustment by Eli Tyson, and the pickoff gives the ball back to the Redbirds.
Tyson and Johnson were both there. The ball was a little bit underthrown. Either one of them, they were fighting each other for the ball. I think both of them had a chance to pull that one down. Tyson came away with it, made a nice return, picked up probably another 10 yards on the return before brought down by Poole and Miller. So West Frankfort's going to have possession on their own 35-yard line.
36 officially for West Frankfort. So turnover, first turnover. Gives the ball back to the Redbirds. Johnson from the near hash takes the snap, bumps into Melvin, and he's brought down from behind. And that was, I don't know that it was confusion. I think it was just a little mishap that happened in the backfield.
Doan on this backside really just crashed hard. He didn't bite on the fake at all. Went straight for Johnson. And then when Johnson pulled the ball out from his running back and turned, Doan was just right there.
2nd and 10 from the 33, actually. That's going to be a 2nd and 13 from the 33-yard line for the Redbirds. They send trip receivers to the far side. Johnson from the shotgun has a receiver on the near side. Takes his time, looks at his play, his wrist.
A little bit of an audible
2, 3,
from the sideline.
2, 1. They get the play off. Johnson's going to keep it. Tries to get to the outside. Catches the corner. Gets to the 40, to the 45, out near a 1st down. And Carterville's going to have to find a way to shut that speed down on the outside once he gets to that outside corner.
Yeah, once he turns the corner and he gets vertical up the field, he is very quick. So you've got to change your angle or he's going to get past you.
Came up a yard short. It's 3rd down and 1 with the ball laying right at the West Frankfort 45-yard line. 3 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. No score.
It's probably exactly what West Frankfort's hoping for. Keep the score low right now, control the clock. They're back up under center real tight again.
Short yardage formation, and Carterville.
Another flag.
Yeah, but I think Carterville got to the running back before he got the 1st down, but there is a flag laying at the 46 of West Frankfort. It's from the near side.
I'm wondering if it was a legal formation. They might have had too many men on the line of scrimmage there.
Could be. We'll see what the official, they're going to say it's against Carterville, so maybe it was offside on Carterville, and that is the official call. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down. That'll move the chains for the Redbirds. A lot of penalties here early on both teams. It's 1st and 10 from midfield for the Redbirds. So they send trip receivers now to the near side. One to the far side. Johnson in the backfield by himself. Takes the snap, looks to throw. Throws it down the middle, finds his man. That is Brady Melvin, and it falls incomplete. And back on free safety, I'm not sure who that is. That may be Bishing that's back there, as Carterville had 3 defensive backs back there, but Brady Melvin's finding a way to get behind him.
He did get behind him, and once again, he had at least a couple of steps, just barely overthrown. Not as much as last time, but they're going to connect on that until we make an adjustment. Right now, what we're doing is we're putting so many people up in the box to try to contain Johnson. We're daring them to throw it over the top of us.
They've tried it twice. They've both been incomplete. So that's an adjustment the Lions D is going to have to make here. 2:17 remaining here in the first quarter. Johnson takes a snap, brings it to the near side. Wants to get to the outside toward midfield, and he's finally out of bounds where he's tackled right about the 48-yard line here on the near side. Gain of 2 for the Redbirds, bringing up 3rd down and 8 now.
I think Bishing was the one that finally took him out of bounds, but everybody up front did a nice job of kind of stretching that field out a little bit and giving him nowhere to go but out of bounds. He didn't really have an option. Had he have turned around and reversed the field, he might have been in trouble, but they did a really good job just kind of funneling him to a safe space over here.
Redbird team looks near side. They get the play call from the coaching staff here just below us. 3rd and 8, 2:11 on the clock. No score. Frankfort, this is the 6th play of the drive, and we have a delay of game.
Timeout.
Timeout called by West Frankfort. With 2:11, no score here in the first quarter. We'll pause for 60 seconds. This is Lions football on News Radio WJPF.
Dave, I'm going to step out real quick after you come back. I'm sure I'll be back by the end of the quarter.
Okay. Hey, everybody online, good evening to you. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Wish you were here.
We do. It's a beautiful night.
It is a beautiful
night. I understand watching the game at home, but you've missed a beautiful evening for football.
Welcome back to West.
60, you wanted 60. I had to
Yep.
do an ID in the middle there.
Okay. I didn't hear the ID.
I took it out because you guys were talking together.
He was number 18 for us. Yeah.
Okay. All right, here are the Redbirds. It is 3rd down and 8 coming out of the timeout just below us here in West Frankfort. Travion Johnson takes the snap, wants to throw, swings it back across to midfield, and Carterville's right there defensively. And Luke Johnson just wrapped up the receiver for the Redbirds and didn't give him anything.
Really good job running that screen on the offensive line part. West Frankfort, they held our guys off, let them through. Quarterback threw it right over the top of his head, but Bishing was also in there, comes up and read that. Him and Luke Johnson read that screen from the linebacker secondary level and shut it down quickly.
So it's forcing West Frankfort into a punting situation. Travion Johnson, the quarterback, also does the kicking. He's at the 32. Nick Bishing, the deep man for the Lions. Punt is away, and it's coming to the near side. Big hop, and it is going to roll dead at about the 12-yard line, and that is where the Carterville Lions are going to take over. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702. Proud to support the Carterville Lions. IBEW Local 702, dedicated to providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. 1:17 remaining here in the first quarter. Carterville's getting it at their own 12-yard line as they come from the far sideline.
I don't think the interception we threw last possession is going to keep us from throwing the ball here. I mean, I really feel like we're going to want to move the ball and take some shots. And if they saw it last time, just because it didn't execute doesn't mean they won't go right back to it. I don't think we're afraid to throw it. Here we go.
They put Riley Crane in motion in the backfield. They get the pass out to Braden Wakey, and he finds his way, keeps fighting out near the 20-yard line.
Never did go down.
No, he didn't. And, a nice job out there by Wakey. He had a great game last week.
He really did. He was our player of the game last week, but when he gets over there, you don't realize how big Braden Wakey is until you stand up beside him. He is big. He's thick. And he plays that way, too. He's not like a big, soft kid. He's a big kid who plays hard and plays heavy.
Gain of 7 on that catch by Wakey. Takes it out to the 20-yard line for the Lions. And it's to give to Cozy. Cozy, is he going to have a first down? Looks going to be.
I think he's going to be close.
Yep. Let's see what the call is going to be. That moves the chains. First down for the Carterville Lions. That is the third first down in the game as they move the chains over on the far side of the field with just 23 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. There's no score. This is the second possession for the Carterville Lions. West Frankfort had a 14-play possession, a 7-play possession. They ran some clock here in the first quarter. Carterville's Skelcher takes the snap, brings it near side. Parker Poole has it, makes a move out to about the 30-yard line. All a gain of 10 for Carterville, and that is how we are going to end this first quarter. There is no score, and we are going to head to the second here from West Frankfort. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. This reminder, you can head over to 1035ESPN.com and you can see our Banterra Bank scoreboard. Scores from around Southern Illinois. Nice having that there on 1035 ESPN. Lions have the football. First play of the second quarter. It's the give to Cozy. Cozy finds his way out about a yard short of a first down, maybe 2. But Amon Cozy, who came on in relief a week ago for Peyton Van Horn and Aiden Hinton, he's just done an outstanding job coming into the game for the Lions.
He doesn't try to do too much. He sits behind his blockers and he waits for something to open up. He reads the field really well. He's got good vision in there, and he grabs whatever yards they're going to give him.
3rd and 1 as he picked up 2 on that carry, and Carterville has the first down and a little bit more on the carry.
Again, another really smart play by him. He didn't try to break something out. He didn't get loose. He just stayed right in there behind Jackson Smith and just followed him all the way as far as he would take him.
So Carterville moves the chains, 1st and 10. Here come the Lions out of the huddle. Skelcher, 2 receivers to the right side, puts Riley Crane in motion, throws it out to Parker Poole here on the near side. Makes a move at the 40, spins down to about the 44-yard line where he's brought down defensively by Ethan Odom.
Ethan Odom made a really nice tackle right there. Another good play was Riley Crane on this side, made a very nice block to open up this side for him. If you're if you're going to get the ball to those receivers quick, you've got to have some help out there. You can't have 3-on-1 going after your receiver. So the other guys who don't catch the ball have got to put some blocks on them. And right there, perfect example of Riley Crane breaking him open for 9 yards.
2nd and 1 from the 44, throws it deep down the middle, has the receiver out there, a little bumping down the far sideline. That was Braden Wakey, the intended receiver, but the ball falls incomplete. And Carterville now looking at 3rd down.
Looked like Keegan Bowers covering him out there, and he did a really good job of not letting him get to the ball. He played inside him really well, and there wasn't anything we can do to catch that one.
Falls innocently to the grass here at West Frankfort, so now it's 3rd down and 1 for the Lions. It's the give to Cozy, cuts it back up inside and has the 1st down for the Lions.
We need a favorable mark here.
Now, yeah, we're going to see. And that's going to be short. It's going to be a half a yard short.
So that was a rare case where Cozy left his blockers. We played our double pull there. And Cozy decided he saw something back up the middle, and he cut back in, and it just wasn't there. He got caught from behind, didn't get much out of it.
So Carterville's going for it here, 4th and 1. No score as we're in the 2nd quarter, just under 10 minutes. And a beautiful night for football in Southern Illinois.
Maybe Carterville can draw West Frankfort offside sometime.
We'll see what they do here. Is Skelch, he's going to keep it himself. He's got the 1st down. And he just takes about 2 yards and is brought down right there.
By number 15, Chase Patterson caught him at the line of scrimmage, but Skelcher's too strong and too long, and he fell down out in front of the line of scrimmage to get the chains moved for Carterville.
Gain of 4, takes it out to the 48-yard line. 1st down for the Lions. This is the same kind of thing. I can only imagine last week's game between Heron and West Frankfort. Kind of has that feel as a low-scoring game. 18-14 was the final. We don't have a score here yet here in the 2nd quarter.
This entire game has been played between the 30-yard lines.
Yes, it has. Bishing in motion to the far side. Here's the snap. The throw, pumps it down the right side. That is
Riley
Crane out there that
really
makes the
nice
catch. That's the first really big play of the game for either team. And it's Riley Crane on the reception.
He found a seam in that coverage in the backfield, settled in it, and got vertical. Skelcher's throw was a good, strong throw. It was just a little bit behind him. He turned back and caught it and still got his feet underneath and picked up a few more yards after the catch.
Gain of 25 on that pass play from Skelcher
to
Riley Crane.
Catch it first and then run, and he made a nice catch to ensure the 1st down and get the chains in.
Trip receivers right side for the Lions, but it's the give to Cozy. Cozy off left tackle, spins and is brought down right about the line of scrimmage. Little to no gain for Carterville.
Again, we're still not seeing Cozy open up the Jets. I want to see him get on the outside and get in the open field and have a little space and see what he can do when he gets his feet underneath him and starts running hard.
Ball down,
running fast.
2nd and 9 from the 22 for the Lions. Again, trips to the right for the Lions, puts Bishop in motion. He moves right to left. Snap claps the hand. Takes the snap, throws it out on the far side. Parker Poole makes a move, dodges the defender, finally picks up about 6 yards on that pass reception. Boy, that first step where he dodges the defender, nice move.
And that's what you have to do on that play. You've got to beat one man. If you beat one man, now your blockers do their job. You're going to have a big game.
3rd down and 4 officially.
I will say West Frankfort's doing a pretty good job with it, with a few exceptions. They're doing a really good job of making tackles.
Here's the Lions. Skelcher's going to keep it himself. Lost the football. It's on the turf. Carterville's there, I do believe. I think Carterville had a man fall on it.
They're signaling 4th down, so it looks like he's already designated Carterville recovery.
Skelch got wrapped up around the hips, and when he didn't spun around, the ball just kind of came out of his hand.
He did. I don't think he was trying to throw it or pitch it or anything. I think he just got turned around a little bit and lost control.
Carterville's already converted 1 4th down play here on this drive. This is the 12th play of the drive for the Lions as they face a 4th and 4 from the 15-yard line. No score. Here with 6:50 on the 2nd quarter clock. Carterville's taking some time. They may call a timeout here as the play clock is down to 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They do call the timeout. Brett Dial wants to talk to his offense. We have a timeout with 6:40 remaining here in the second quarter. We'll pause for 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Timeout. Once again, welcome to Johnson Field on a beautiful evening. We've got a very special halftime show for you.
Yeah, I wished I had somebody to move it for me.
Carterville Lions Sports is brought to you by Polar Whip. You can come taste the legend Polar Whip in Energy. Is Southern Illinois tradition now featuring car hops. You can call ahead 618-988-9210 and they'll have it waiting for you when you arrive. That's at Polar Whip. Beautiful downtown Energy. 6:40 remaining here in the first half. Carterville needed the timeout there.
They did.
Coach just wanted to talk to his offense.
Let's regroup.
It is 4th down and 4 from the 15. 4th and 2 from the 15 for the Carterville Lions from the far hash. Skelcher puts Crane in motion, slides across, gives it to the running back. That's Cozy.
I don't think he got enough.
No, I
West
don't
Frankfort
either.
seems to be celebrating quite a bit.
And
Ooh. Did they signal a first down? They're moving the chains.
it was 4th and 2, not 4th and 5. So they're moving the chains over on the far sideline. First down for the Lions. It was close.
They didn't even bring it. They didn't even bring it out for measurement.
No.
So good job for Cozy for getting down and getting that extra yard that we needed. New set of downs, opportunity to score.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line for the Lions. Timeout called onto the field, and it's called by Coach John Berry and the Redbirds. We'll pause one more time for 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
I think it's Brian Berry.
Brian, I say John.
Yeah, you were talking
John's
about
the country singer.
Country singer from the 90s, yeah.
Does a fantastic version of Silent Night.
Does he?
Yes.
That and he can coach football.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Welcome back to West Frankfort. Funny story. I said Coach John Berry for West Frankfort. It's Brian Berry. John Berry. Actually, it's Barry.
Berry, yeah.
The country singer. Like I said, does an outstanding job of a silent night
Okay.
for Christmas. I'll play that on the oldie show every
There
week,
you go.
every week during Christmas season. You can tune in. 6:21 here. Coming out of the timeout called by Coach Brian Berry. It is 1st and 10 for the Lions. The ball rests at the 13-yard line. First real threat for a score here in the game. Skelch looks to throw, going to keep it himself. Takes it down inside the 5-yard line. Nice job just kind of weaving and bobbing his way off that end. And Carterville's going to have it 2nd down and goal.
I'm not sure if that was a design draw or what. I think he was designed to roll out that way and check to see what the coverage did. Poole released for the end zone, and then the West Frankfort player who covered him backed off and opened up a lane for Skelcher.
Carterville can get a first down, 2nd and 2 now from the 5 to give to
There he is.
Amon Cozy. Does he get the touchdown?
He does.
He does. Carterville. 5:37 on the second quarter clock. It's a 5-yard touchdown run by Amon Cozy for your Carterville Lions.
Really nice run there. I'm not sure he even fell down when he got into the end zone. He stayed on his feet. He's becoming stronger, it seems like, every series.
Good job by Amon Cozy. His 2nd touchdown of the season, a 5-yard carry. And on to do the kicking for the Lions, Riley Crane. Low snap. Bishing rolls out, needs some help, calls fire. He keeps it, and he's brought down And the extra point is no good. Carterville has the lead. It comes at the 5:37 mark here of the second quarter. Carterville on top, 6-0 on News Radio WJPF.
The Redbirds hold. The Lions are ahead 6-0. Hey, we'd like to say a special thank you to the athletic training services provided by Mike Stroud of Novacare Rehabilitation. Novacare is proud to be the official provider of athletic training services for the West Frankfort Redbirds. Contact your Novacare for all of your rehabilitation needs, including complementary injury screenings and sport performance needs. Once again, thank you, Mike Stroud and Novacare. Kicking for the Lions, number 8, Riley Frank.
6-0 the score here at West Frankfort on the kickoff. It's taken at the 30-yard line and covered up right there by the Redbirds. And that is where they are going to start. There's 5:34 showing on this clock here in the second quarter. And Amon Cozy, Keenan Clark with a yeoman's work there on that drive.
He did a really nice job, but let's also tip our cap to the line. Our line has done a fantastic job of giving him the opportunity to grab those 2, 3, 4 yards. We've not busted out that long breakaway run yet, but we've done enough to keep the chains moving when we needed to, and you got to credit your guys up front for that.
So this will be the third possession for offense, on offense for the Redbirds. And it is Travion Johnson, the quarterback, sends 2 receivers to the far side. It's the give to his running back, that's Melvin, as he bangs his way out to about the 31-yard line. Short gain for the Redbirds, going to bring up 2nd down and 9 from about the 31.
West Frankfort pulls that backside guard and runs that, well, double guard pull. They'll run that buck play towards the strong side. And what will happen is if you start over pursuing on that, Travion Johnson's just going to roll right out of this weak side, and he's going to go untouched to the end zone. So we have to be a little careful on that backside and not over pursuing.
Johnson has trips here to the near side. Claps his hands twice from the shotgun, takes the snap. Pressure on Johnson. Can he get away? He does. He rolls away from it. Rolls to the far side. Still on his feet. Throws it. Finds a man wide open at the 48-yard line. And they're going to say it was caught at the Carterville 48. And that is where speed and agility from Travion Johnson kept the play alive. And the receiver did a nice job getting open. First down for the Redbirds.
I think any other quarterback that we see gets that close to Emerson Doan, that quarterback's going down. And Johnson just turned his back to him, took 2 steps, and the separation was measurable. He got plenty of time back there. Who was the receiver on that one? Eli Tyson?
Tyson,
made
yes.
Made an opportunity to find a soft spot in the zone, and he hit him. It was a really nice throw and catch.
So Johnson now from the shotgun, going to keep it himself off left tackle. And he's wrapped up after a gain of about 1.5 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and long for the West Frankfort Redbirds. Boy.
Not much there as Johnson, and I think it was actually Johnson and Johnson, was sitting right there in the hole for him whenever he come through there.
2nd down and 8 officially from the 46. 2 receivers near side for West Frankfort. Melvin is the running back. He's right side of Travion Johnson. Or excuse me, left side of Johnson. It's the give to Melvin. Off right tackle this time. He gains about 2 on that carry. So now it's going to be 3rd down for the Redbirds.
Emerson Doan made a good play. If you watch West Frankfort's sideline, what they're doing, they're getting set up and they're getting in a base set, but once they see what defense we're in, I think Coach Berry is audibling. He's calling a play after they're setting the offense. Most plays.
3rd and 6 for the Redbirds. Shotgun snap. Johnson throws it right side, has his receiver. That is Melvin. Brady Melvin makes the catch out of bounds. First down for the Redbirds.
I think we're seeing a really, really good job by Brian Berry here of just picking the right spots, not trying to do too much, finding a little bit of tell somewhere in what we're doing, and they're getting the space that they need to move the chains.
Gain of 12 on that reception by Brady Melvin. First down and 10 from the 32, 2:35 remaining here in the first half. Johnson throws it out far side, has the receiver out there. Flag comes in, and we'll see what the call is going to be, as there is a flag at about the 33-yard line.
That was a quick pass out to the side. Carson Banks hit him and wrapped him up as soon as it happened. And while he was trying to bring him down, we saw the flag come in.
That's a holding that's called on West Frankfort, so that's going to back him up 10 yards.
And that's the difference, is that blocking on the perimeter. If your guys are having a hard time getting that block, you're going to get those hold calls. You're going to have somebody hitting the backfield.
That other receiver's trying to get the pin on the defender, kind of curl him around, let the receiver get to the outside. But you can't grab the jersey, can't pull the defender to the ground. And
you can get away with that sometimes when you're in the mosh pit right there in the middle of the line of scrimmage. It's hard to get away with that when there's nobody within 6 yards of you in any direction. They see that, and the coaches see that, and you're right there on the Carterville sideline, and it's easy to get that ref's attention.
So that backs it up for the Redbirds. So it's at the 40.
2.5 minutes to go. Carterville's up 6-0 right now.
Officials are talking to the line. Now they start the clock. So it's 1st and 10 from the 40. Travion Johnson stays in the shot. Now he has a play. He's gone up under center a couple times here. He's got 2 receivers left side. Takes the snap, going to keep it himself, straight up the gut, puts his head down, falls forward for about 2, maybe 3 yards. So it was actually 2nd down and 17, or 1st down and 17. Now it is 2nd and 14 for the Redbirds from the 36-yard line. Trip receivers to the left side for West Frankfort. 1 receiver out there on the far side. Johnson by himself in the backfield, takes a snap, rolls left. He wants to throw it, finally does, just throws it up, should be picked off. Nobody can get there as his receiver had fallen down, and that was Cameron Joyner that hit the ground. And there was a couple of players there that had an opportunity to pick that off, but it falls innocently to the turf here at West Frankfort.
Right there was a triangle of defenders on that side, and none of them could just quite get their hands to that ball. He had really good pressure out there. It looked like Luke Johnson and I think Zach Miller giving him chase, and they were not going to let him turn the corner. They just kind of stretched him out to that sideline again and made him throw back against his body. Here comes another audible from the line of scrimmage here.
3rd and 14, 36-yard line, 1:28 remaining in the half. Johnson takes the snap. More pressure, puts it up across the middle, finds his receiver, but it's off the fingertips of Cameron Joyner, and it falls incomplete once again. And so now it is 4th and 14 for the Redbirds from the 36-yard line.
I think that's a case that we mentioned against Benton. We saw this. The receivers were a little bit undersized for our defensive backs. You're throwing that over 6'2", 6'3", Parker Poole and Jones back there, Jamison Jones back there. Like, we've got some big guys playing defense, and you just can't hardly – you got to get a lot of space in order to throw it over the top of them. That ball was overthrown, and, again, our coverage was good enough to force that throw to be a little high.
Here comes the punt team for West Frankfort. Of course, don't rule out the fact that Travion Johnson is the kicker. So he can run it. He can probably throw it.
They're going to take the delay of game.
Yep, and they do. And that's going to back them up a little bit more, so maybe that ensures that they're going to punt the ball away. Try to pin Carterville deep with 1:22. Carterville leads this game 6-0. It was a 5-yard touchdown run from Amon Cozy for the Lions, and that was with 5:37 remaining here in the second quarter.
The delay of game might give him a little bit more space to punt this ball off anyway. He was most definitely capable of punting it into the end zone from where he was at. Now he can put a full leg in it and hope they can get the ball down inside the 10 for West Frankfort.
4th and 19 from the 42. Low snap on the ground. Johnson has pressure. He gets away. Finally is brought down right at midfield. And
Chandler Jones
wraps him up, and Carterville's got good field position here with 1:14 remaining as a snap rolled back to Johnson, and he finally picked it up and got it back to midfield.
For a moment there, I was afraid it was going to benefit West Frankfort on the bad snap. When he picked it up, there were 3 Carterville Lions right there on top of him, and he somehow squirted out of all 3 of them and ended up in some open field. But nice play from behind. Chandler Jones once again brings athleticism to that defensive line and made a play that Carterville badly needed. Now we've got a chance. Carterville's got a chance to get another quick score here.
Well, wouldn't it be nice if they could punch one in here? With 1:14 remaining, ball at midfield. Lions up 6-0. Skelcher has pressure, throws it away.
They're going to want an intentional grounding.
There was a receiver out
Braden
here.
Wakey was in the neighborhood.
Yeah. As Skelch was wrapped up in the backfield. I think he turned wrong. I think he turned to his left.
There's the flag.
Okay.
They got together. I mean, credit the officials. Instead of just throwing it over the crowd's reaction, they decided to kind of see what the other officials saw.
So it'll be intentional grounding on Skelcher. That'll back him up 5 yards.
I mean, that's a benefit. If he'd have taken the sack, we'd have lost 7. I'm not sure how this is measured.
Grounding is the call. Loss of down.
Yep.
So it's 1st and 15.
Well, we had Braden Wakey in the neighborhood, but it was clear he wasn't throwing it to Braden Wakey. He was trying to get rid of the ball, get it over the line of scrimmage.
2 receivers near side, 2 out to the far side. Skelch claps the hands, takes the snap, throws, waits, finds his receiver, and overshoots him. That was Riley Crane, the intended receiver. And he got one hand on the ball, but it was over his head. And Carterville, with 1:04 now, is looking at 3rd down.
I feel like Crane lost that ball at some point in time. He looked back and he was open, and it looked like he was staring right where the ball was coming from, and just at the last second he throws a hand up. I think he lost vision on it. Somehow it got out of his sight. Either way, Carterville's at 3rd and 15.
From the 45. Ball is on the near hash for Brandon Skelcher. Riley Crane shifts. Skelcher's going to keep it, fake the pitch. Finds, that is Braden Wakey. And that's going to be short of a 1st down. The ball may have come loose. West Frankfort fans or staff is saying that should be West Frankfort ball. Not seen the official call yet, but it must have come loose here on the near sideline.
Again, the officials are going to get together and ask what each of them saw. West Frankfort is certain that they had a fumble.
They are right here below us. And they're saying fumble. It's going to get it back to West Frankfort with 55 seconds remaining here in the half. Wakey must have got popped and put the ball on the turf. We didn't see exactly where it was because the West Frankfort players lined up below us. But with 55 seconds left, now it's West Frankfort's chance to maybe tie this game or take the lead as Carterville's up 6-0. Ball is at the 48-yard line below us. Travion Johnson for West Frankfort. The ball is on the West Frankfort 48. Puts a man in motion. Johnson throws it out near side. That's where he finds Melvin. 1st down will move the chains. He just lobbed that ball up over the defender. Brady Melvin was there for the catch.
They set it up like they were going to run the trap play again. Melvin rolls out of the backfield to this side and just gets on the sideline and tries to get down the line. He's knocked out of bounds by Riley Crane, who came in to close it out, but big gain on that one. and only consumed about 7 or 8 seconds on the clock.
Gain of 18 by the Redbirds on that one. So 51 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 from the 40 of Carterville. Johnson feels pressure, throws it over the pressure, finds his receiver. He gets away, and that is Cameron Joyner. Joyner is brought down at the 34-yard line.
Inside screen, got the ball to him. He broke a tackle, had a lot of space. Then Braden Wakey just body slammed him.
Ball is down to the 34-yard line. It is 2nd and 4 for the Redbirds. Johnson takes the snap this time. Has pressure on the outside, gets away from it, rolls to his right side, finds a man wide open down the far sideline. They just can't connect. Not on the sideline, on the numbers on the far side. And again, that was Cameron Joyner, the intended receiver. And Carterville really caught a break there because there was no defender around him.
What a fantastic play by Johnson just to get rid of that ball. He gets out of trouble. He's being pulled down at the time he throws the ball by 2 Carterville Lions, and he still puts one just out of the reach of this receiver. Still 18 seconds to go, so with 3rd down, they're probably going to take a couple more deep shots. Looks like they have timeouts left, so.
3rd and 4 from the 34 for West Frankfort. Lions lead it 6-0, but Frankfort threatening here to close out the first half.
Definitely still opportunity to score for West Frankfort.
From the 34-yard line, Travion Johnson, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Puts Melvin in motion. Now Johnson looks to throw, just throws it up, lobs it down the left side. It is caught down inside the 15-yard line.
The intended receiver was Eli Tyson, but Hunter Reagan came across and caught it. The Carterville defensive backs were playing back, trying to stay behind him.
And 11 seconds on the clock.
The defensive backs were staying, conservative, trying to stay behind them so they didn't get anything too deep. And then Hunter Reagan comes right in front and steals the pass.
Ball is at the 14-yard line, and they spike the ball to stop the clock with 8 seconds.
Yeah, there was a little confusion. West Frankfort, I think, tried to set up to clock it, but they hadn't started the clocks yet.
Because the first down stops the clock,
yes,
so they can move the chain.
So they had to wait for the chains were set, and then they had to reset and clock it again. So now 8 seconds, 2 timeouts for West Frankfort. They're going to take a couple of shots here.
We'll see. It's got to be quick. Travion Johnson.
Travion has the ability to score on his own. He doesn't have to throw it.
Takes the snap. Here comes the Lions' pressure. They get to him, got a hold of him, and they bring him down. And nice job. Man, that defense makes big plays when it's needed most, and they did that, and that is how we are going to end the first half of football, as there was about 4 Carterville Lions that were there defensively. And a great job. Zach Miller, Braden Wakey's there, Chandler Jones is there. There was a whole ton right there. But that ends the first half of football. And what a game we have here, as Carterville only leads this game 6-0 here at the half. Coming up, this is our first Southern Bank halftime show. Keenan and I will be back coming up on News Radio WJPF. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, I'm going to be off here for just a second. I got to update something.
Am I the only one hearing that?
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Okay, thank goodness.
Okay, back.
Good thing you get your fireman's training now.
Carterville Lions football.
Pantera, and accepting tonight's game ball is West Frankfort's Bank Center manager, Nick Norovich. Thank you, Mr. Norovich, and the Pantera Bank for your continued support of Frankfort Community High School and the city of West Frankfort. Pantera, thank you very much.
Welcome back to West Frankfort on a Friday night, week 3 of the high school football season. Dave McKenzie and Keenan Clark alongside where, man, what a game we have here in West Frankfort. 6-0. And back and forth. You said it earlier, the game played really between the 30s, and now we'll back it up. Second quarter was played between the 20s, but what a ball game.
It's been a really fun game to watch. And there's been a few mistakes here and there, but I mean, both teams have kind of slugged it out there, and I've appreciated the hard play. So far, everybody seemingly has stayed healthy in this part of it. We've seen some fantastic quarterback play on both sides, and I can't wait to see what we're going to stumble on in the second half here.
Game started off. West Frankfort had the first possession of the game, and they went 14 plays, but eventually had to punt the ball away, giving it to the Lions for the very first time. And Carterville was 6 plays into the drive when there was an interception by Tyson Johnson of West Frankfort. That gave the Redbirds the football back at the 36-yard line with 4:07 remaining. They were unable to do anything with it. They had to punt the ball away. Carterville gets it back and carries the ball into the second quarter. The score was 0-0. But on that possession there to start the second quarter, a drive that went 14 plays, and it was a 5-yard touchdown run by McKenzie at the 5:37 mark of the second quarter. The extra point was no good, and Carterville leads it 6-0, and that's where we stand right here. We're talking, West Frankfort had 4 possessions in that first half. They were just long time-consuming possessions. Carterville with 4 possessions, and they had pretty good drives as well.
They did, and what I noticed is early on, West Frankfort in their possessions, running the ball a lot, controlling the clock. They weren't in any hurry to set the plays. They were moving the chains a little bit, but they were having a hard time. When you have to go 14, 15, 16 plays to get the ball down the field, you're going to make mistakes. And that's what kind of wore them down a little bit. Then towards the end of the second half, whenever there was a little bit of pressure put on them, West Frankfort did a nice job of saying, all right, let's open it up and throw it and see what happens. And they created some opportunities with how they getting the ball inside the 20 as opposed to playing it from 40 to 40.
6-0 is our score here at the half. And let's talk about Travion Johnson. He is so elusive, so fast. He's able to extend a play. When he gets some pressure and feels it, he can roll out, find a man open. And a couple of times he was able to do that, roll out, get away from the pressure, just found an open man. And Brady Melvin had a catch. He also had Cameron Joyner that had a couple of catches just on scramble drills.
Yeah, he looked a lot like, if you remember Benton a couple of years ago when Glover was there.
Keegan,
and you could not seem to just get both hands on him. And so even every time you think he's going to be down, he squirts out of there. He ends up finding an opportunity to catch somebody downfield. Now, I'm not saying that he's Keegan Glover yet, but he really does a nice job as far as getting away from pressure and making plays happen, extending plays just to give his team a chance.
When you look at Travion Johnson, it just puts into perspective how not big McKenzie is. Cozie's listed as 5'5". Travion is listed at 5'11", but he still looks like he's about Amon's same size,
Well, we've talked about the size of our defense, our defensive end, our linebackers. We put big kids out there, and it makes it difficult to throw over them. It makes it difficult to get around them. They stick their arms out. They cover, they can cover from hash to hash, it seems like. Then you put even the guys who aren't necessarily real tall guys, they're strong and low to the ground and athletic. That's going to, hopefully, for Carterville's sake, that's going to wear down your West Frankfort offensive plan a little bit.
6-0 is our score here at the half. The West Frankfort Redbird Band is on the field with their halftime performance. And don't forget, we'll be naming our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating Player of the Game coming up in our post-game show. And it's always fun to kind of figure out who the player of the game is. Week 1, it was the Carterville defense. Last week, it was Braden Wakey with 2 fumble recoveries, 2 touchdowns scored. He was our player of the game a week ago.
He was, and he's still doing some good things right now. I'm seeing defensively, Emerson Doan seems like he's been in on every play on defense. McKenzie's having another really good game. Skelcher's done a nice job. He's been getting a little bit of pressure back there, so we'll see. I think we're going to see the offenses open up a little bit, like we saw at Benton. You know, they're going to see things. They know the adjustments you're going to make. You come in with an offensive and defensive game plan based on what the other team did last week against someone else. You don't necessarily get to see what your stuff does and matches up against it. So when you go into halftime, now's the time when you get the chessboard out and you figure out how to get the ball into the end zone.
6-0 is our score here at the half. We're going to go on and take a break here on our halftime report. It's brought to you by First Southern Bank. We'll return here on News Radio WJPF. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you pull up my website, davemckenzie.net?
Yep.
I can't do it on my phone or we're going to get that noise.
This is all I got.
MCK.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Welcome back to West Frankfort here on your Friday night. It's Dave McKenzie. Keenan Clark is alongside here where we are at the half, and the Carterville Lions lead this game 6-0. Updating scores from around Southern Illinois. Heron Tigers and are on the road at DuQuoin, and DuQuoin in the third quarter leads Heron 14-0. It is St. Joe Ogden leading Prairie Central tonight 16-6. No score, Westland and Nashville. In the second quarter, Harrisburg leads Pinckneyville 26-0. And no score being posted by Massac County at Anna Jonesboro. Murfreesboro leads Benton 22-7. That is a first quarter score. And so that hasn't been updated in a while. South 7 games tonight. Cahokia leads Granite City 38-14. Collinsville leads the Carbondale 24-0, shutting out the Carbondale Terrors, who upset Mount Vernon a week ago. Also in the South 7, no score being posted, Mount Vernon at Marion. Black Diamond score. Hamco leads Christopher 20-12. That's a halftime score. Johnston City shutting out El Dorado 32-0. Cesar shutting out Fairfield this evening at the half 22-0. And Flora leads Edco 14-7 this evening. Cahokia Conference games, Chester getting shut out by Freeburg 14-0. Central leads Redbud 21-0. It's Mater Dei over Effingham 22-7. And those are an update of scores from around Southern Illinois here this evening. 6-0 is our score at West Frankfort. Nice job by the West Frankfort Redbird Band. We're going to go on and take another break here on our First Southern Bank halftime show here on News Radio WJPF. Hey, everybody online, good evening to you. I could use a youthful rejuvenation of the face.
Well, there you go.
Leave that alone. Face for radio, buddy. Just like we always said.
By the way, stream's still good.
That's our final break, right?
That's good. You got to do another one. I can do it.
Beautiful night in southern Illinois. A nice 70 degrees with mostly clear skies this evening. Halftime here at West Frankfort, 6-0. What's Carterville? What do you think Brett Dial said to his team at halftime? You've been with him. You know how he is.
Well, first of all, I don't think that he's in panic mode yet. Now, I don't want him to. I wouldn't think that he's going to let the kids panic.
No.
He's going to display a little bit of confidence, saying, hey, we knew we were going to be in a fight. We now see what we're up against. I think they're going to come out this half, and that hopefully they found some ways to get the ball or get Cozy open on the perimeter. But really, I don't foresee a lot of big changes. I mean, we just haven't had the ball that much. It feels like West Frankfort has possessed the ball most of the game. At least it's what it feels like, whether the time of possession shows it or not. But I just don't think there's going to be any panic, any big changes. They're just going to come out and keep doing what they do.
Well, I can tell you there were only 8 total possessions in this game, but let's look back a week ago. First half possessions, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There were 14 possessions in the first half by both teams a week ago. We've only had 8 here this evening. You're talking about it. They're running the clock. I think that this is Carterville wanted to come in here and get that offense going. And you got to give credit to West Frankfort. Their defense is outstanding. Carterville's hit a couple of big plays, but for the most part, Frankfort has bottled them up, and you got to give them credit.
West Frankfort has kept us contained. They haven't let us get around the outside. They've tackled. That's a big thing. So many times you get teams that they can be in the right spot, but if you can't pull anybody down, it doesn't do any good to be there. But West Frankfort has done a good job of tackling. I don't think West Frankfort's scared or intimidated. Like we said, they're an up-and-coming team, and this game would mean a lot to them right now and to their program.
Next week, Carterville Lions are going to be home for the first of 4 in a row as the Heron Tigers cross-county rivalry will be rolling in to Lions Field next Friday night. And looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the fact we got 4 home games in a row.
Yeah,
not so much next year, but this year we got 4 weeks of home cooking, home tailgating.
Katie Dial's going to have some things in the
Dial will take care of
press box for us.
Yep. And we got people
does a nice job
watching from all over. Coach Wakey sent, and we were texting back and forth last night. His family is watching football down in Texas.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and watching online, I want to make sure we say hello to them here this evening. I didn't realize that's where he said they were out of town. I just didn't realize all Texas at these big football games down there.
Yeah.
Watching the game online. That's kind of cool.
That's fantastic that you can do that, and for anybody who's had issues or health issues and stuck in the house or just can't travel for one reason or another, to be able to listen to the game, see the games, this is great for us.
Stream the games at wjpf.com.
Now, we like to see people in the stands, don't get me wrong. And
exactly.
Carterville wants and needs their fans, but for some reason you can't make it or won't make it, it's good to have the support from home.
Carterville made their way out of the locker room, and they'll go through their halftime stretches here. But, yeah, Carterville's back home next Friday night against the Heron Tigers. After that, it is going to be St. Joe Ogden. Mm-hmm. This is, they're a 3A team, but by the time the end of the season rolls around, there's a real possibility St. Joe could be like number 1, number 2 in the state in Class 3A.
Oh, absolutely. They're perennial powerhouse at that level. There's really, really good football in Central Illinois where they're at in that Champaign area, and you know they played Unity last week, and like there's just some really good football up there. So they're not going to come down here and be intimidated by us for any means.
So that game is on the 22nd. On the 29th, Harrisburg will be at Carterville. Then October 6th, Massac County. And then the final 2 games of the season on the road at Murfreesboro, at Anna Jonesboro. You realize that after tonight's game, 1/3 of the season is done.
Wow, already.
Hard to believe, but yeah, that is the case as we have it right now. Carterville leads this game 6-0 here at West Frankfort, and we appreciate you tuning in. And don't forget, you can update scores, get your updated scores if you want to head over to 103.5 ESPN, 1035ESPN.com, and we have our Banterra Bank scoreboard right there for you. And make sure that you check that out. And tonight, about 9:30, you're going to see Darren Kennard on River Radio Sports Central Friday Night Live, where he'll go through and talk about all the games around Southern Illinois and get you updated with everything there. We're glad to have Darren part of our team now, and you'll find him on his Facebook page, on River Radio Sports Central Facebook page. And that's coming up about 9:30 this evening. Lions are done with their stretches. West Frankfort is done with their thing. This is the one thing we failed to mention just a moment ago. I like the fact that Carterville gets the football to start the second half.
We're going to get the football, and I am certain Coach Dial challenged his men at halftime, and he's asked them to step up and do what they're capable of doing. But again, I don't think that we're going to get out of ourselves too much. We're going to come out and just play football like we play, and we'll see how this works out.
So, let's get this second half started. What you got? That needs to go to PA.
Can you get that down there to Jim?
So, both teams are getting their final instructions here as we get set for second half action. And don't forget, Sports Voice coming up tomorrow morning, Murph and Hudson, 8 o'clock here on News Radio WJPF and on 103.5 ESPN from 8 until 10. I'll pop in the studio about 9 o'clock. We'll name our high school football team of the week this past week. Or for the new week, that'll be named tomorrow. And Carterville sends a couple back deep for the Lions.
Rylan Sablowski.
Back. He's the deep man as he stands at the 10-yard line.
Got Nick Bishing back there. Got Mason Watts on this side, closest to our side.
So hang on to your hats. Here's second half action for you. Frankfort has it teed up at the 40-yard line. And the kick is away. It's taken by one of the upbacks on the far side. That's Bishing, and a quick lateral to the outside and driven out of bounds. And we have a flag that comes in as finally the ball winds up in the hand of Mason Watts. And it's going to probably be, wouldn't you think, a hold or a block in the back?
I would assume that we've got some sort of illegal block going on. Bishing took the ball and immediately went to the middle of the field. Watts rolls in behind him. Little pitch trying to get the reverse. There just wasn't much room on that side where they switched possessions on that.
It's a penalty on the Lions.
Not a whole lot Mason Watts could do with the lack of real estate he had on that side.
So Carterville starts off the second half. They've got it 1st and 10 to start things off. It's going to back them up deep to about the 13-yard line is where it's going to be put down.
We've had to work with a couple of long fields. We've started inside our own 20 at least 2 of our drives now, and we haven't had many drives.
They back it down to the 12-yard line, so that's where Carterville's offense takes over from there. Trip receivers right side for Skelcher. Throws it out to Bishing. Has a couple of blockers out there. Gets away across the 20-yard line. Down the near side to the 40, to the 50 before he's brought down in West Frankfort territory just below us.
We had a flag on the blocking on the outside. Like we talked about, one of our receivers is getting called for a hold. It looks like this ball's coming back.
They are going to call it back. The flag is at the 14. And Good job of getting the ball out there, but you just can't grab hold of those defenders, and a hold is going to bring the play back.
You know, I don't mind seeing a little extra dose of Nick Bishing now. We haven't seen a whole lot of him in the first half, and it seems like he makes things happen. He's a guy, when the ball's in his hands, he has a tendency to make good things happen for Carterville.
It's like a spark plug.
He is.
For the Lions. That's going to bring the ball back. And so now it is at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
It'll be 1st and probably 18, 16 or 18. It was a spot foul, so they lose the yardage from the spot of the foul.
So Carterville sends 3 receivers out to the far side. They get everybody set. Trips left side. Skelcher throws it out there. It's caught by Parker Poole, I believe, on that reception. And a short gain for the Lions.
Really looked like a similar play, but on the other side. This time we threw it to Poole, but there just wasn't a whole lot going on over there. West Frankfort kind of sniffed that one out.
Gain of 2 on that. It is 2nd down and 16 for the Lions. Clock rolls. We're just underway here in the 3rd quarter. Skelcher gives it to Amon Cozy. Cozy cuts it to the outside and picks up maybe about 6 on that carry. Carterville is still looking at a 3rd down and long.
But it's a manageable 3rd down. There's an opportunity here for Carterville to get this 1st down. We're not overwhelmed on this play. Cozy did a really good job of hitting that hole hard and getting some space.
That's one thing about it. He hits the hole full speed. 3rd and 7 officially from the 14. Skelcher rolls right, gets it away, finds his receiver. Bishing has the 1st down for the Carterville Lions, and that is going to move the chains. And that was a big-time play there by the quarterback and the receiver. Good
play. Poole goes vertical. He's our outside man. He goes vertical down the field, kind of draws the attention of the safety, and he has to. It leaves Bishing with a one-on-one on that little route out in the flat. And when he's one-on-one, leave it up to Skelcher to make a nice play and get him the ball, and that's all we needed.
That was a gain of 16 on that play. Pushes it out to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Now Carterville lines up 3 receivers to the far side. Ball from the near hash. They give to Cozy. Gets a block, falls forward for about 3 on that carry, bringing up 2nd down and 7 now for Carterville.
Once again, got in behind his lineman, and he got caught from behind. Doesn't quite want to get out and run out in front a little bit, but when he does, he's going to be hard to catch.
Actually, a gain of 2, so it's 2nd down and 8 from the 32 for the for the Lions. Carterville leads this game 6-0, under 10 to play. Carterville scored on a 5-yard touchdown run, the 5:37 mark of the 2nd quarter. The touchdown by Amon Cozy. 1 receiver near side, that's Braden Wakey. 3 to the far side. Here's the snap. They throw it across. Wakey's got it at the 50-yard line, out to about the 40-yard line of West Frankfort, where he's finally brought down. Big-time play by Carterville Lions.
Good coverage by Eli Tyson. You know, and Eli is a big kid. He stands 6'1", but Wakey he towers over him. He's got those long arms, and he had just a little bit of space, and really nice catch and turn the ball upfield run for Braden. I thought that he was going to break a tackle and take that one all the way to the house.
And I tell you what, beautiful pass. He was just right in stride.
Perfect.
He was right there. 1st and 10 now from the 39 of West Frankfort. Skelch now feeling it. Pump fake, rolls to his right to get away from the pressure. Wide open in front of him, still looking for an opening, and he's finally hit and driven out of bounds. It's going to be a gain of about 5, maybe 3, actually, is what it looks like they're marking on the far sideline. So it'll be 2nd down and 7.
He just missed a really big gain. Poole comes dragging across the middle, right there between the hashes, and he was wide open and waving his arm so hard he might have thrown his shoulder out of socket. But he really wanted that ball. But Skelcher just couldn't see him. He was back over his shoulder. I'll tell you what I've also seen is Cozy's done a really good job of blocking in the backfield. He's picking up that extra man through the coverage here.
Gain of 1 officially. Skelcher rolls to his left. Now has some pressure, just lobs it and throws it away, and he got popped. And just a little bit slow getting up, but he's all right. But that was good pressure put on by West Frankfort, and it was Hunter Reagan that was there leading the charge. Also coming in, number 22, Connor Henson was all there. That was great pressure.
Yeah, he really smart play again. Sometimes you overlook those things, but he's rolling out. He's going to take a 7-8 yard loss on the sack where he's going to throw it out of bounds, and he threw it out of bounds, took the incomplete, and at least it's 3rd and 9. And if we get a big chunk here, it may be 4-down territory for us.
I think so. Skelch is okay. Sends 2 receivers far side, brings 2 to the near side. Cozy in the backfield, picks up a block, throws it out there, and it's caught by Parker Poole, but can't get anything positive. Is nice defense out there. Grabbed hold of Poole after the catch, and it's going to be a short gain of about 3 yards. So Carterville now is facing a 4th down.
I think I was going to say it's decision time, and they were mulling it over for a moment, but we've got a big personnel swap coming in. Looks like we're going to try to punt it.
Clock rolls. 8:35 remaining in a close ball game, 6-0.
May try to draw them off sides too.
So it's 4th and 7 from the 36-yard line.
Jamison Jones back to take the punt, or to punt for us.
Jamison stands at the 47-yard line. Flags come in. Did we get the play off?
No, it was penalty was before the snap.
Officials having a conversation. Motion
yeah,
against.
We must have had a couple who weren't quite set yet. We rushed out there a little bit. Not going to be a big deal. If he gets a good leg into it, he's going to put it inside the 10.
Travion Johnson is back deep for West Frankfort. So now it's 4th and 12. And the punt takes a West Frankfort bounce. It's
West
on the
Frankfort tried to pick it up.
Yes, they did, and Carterville recovers it over on the far sideline. Carterville, nice coverage out there. The ball took a Redbird hop, and it was touched by the Redbirds, and Carterville's going to maintain possession of the football here.
So a lot of things to unwrap on this play. First of all, I think one of the defensive linemen got a hand on the ball and tipped it. So I think the ball was deflected in the first place. It gets out there. It's got a funny spin to it. It bounces back towards the line of scrimmage, and one of the West Frankfort blockers turns around. It's just right in his face, so he tries to grab it. We hit him and land up on the ball, so Carterville gets a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they do. So it extends the drive. This is the 12th play of this drive. 7:50. They have it at the 30-yard line is where that play originated from.
Mason Browning and company on the defensive line just bottled up Cozy. He had nowhere to go on that one.
So 2nd down and 10 for Carterville from the 30-yard line. Ball at the far hash for the Lions. Skelch going to keep it himself off left tackle. Has some room to the outside. Cuts it, has a 1st down. Driven out of bounds. Popped over there on the far sideline. But that's going to move the chains once again for the Carterville Lions. And haven't seen Skelcher really use that speed a whole lot this year in his run game. It's always been short yardage, but that time he popped the outside.
I was thinking the same thing. We see him move a lot. He's got great feet getting around, getting open in the backfield, but we really haven't seen him
on a design run
turn and just be a ball carrier.
Yep, exactly.
And they've run that trap a couple of times, and he does a nice job with it. I think they just keep that in their back pocket till they really want to use it.
That is a 12-yard gain.
Here goes Cozy.
Here comes Cozy up across the middle, and
he got hit hard.
And he's slow coming up.
I think he took a helmet in the ribs.
Right.
West Frankfort's really wanting something. They're mad about something over here.
Yeah, they are. I don't know. Brian Berry is out there. A couple of the coaches have their hands up. I was updating my sheet here, my drive chart. Didn't see exactly what happened.
I don't know what they're wanting. I didn't see a fumble at the end of the play. I didn't see anything like that.
So it's at the 12, gain of 6 for the Lions. It is 2nd down and 4 for Carterville. They need some points here. They lead this game 6-0. Skelch claps his hands, gives it to the running back out on the far side, and on the carry, it's Chance Myers who came
There's a
in to
flag.
give Cozy a spell. And a flag is on the turf. We'll see what the call is going to be. Official finally comes through.
Is that the first time we've seen Chance Myers carry the ball this year?
I think it is on the first carry. Face mask called against West Frankfort, so that's going to add 15 to that. And the ball was already at the 12, so
We're going to get a half the distance. They're going to mark it about the 6-yard line, it looks like.
this is the 16th play of the drive. So it is going to be first and goal for the Lions. And they're going to put the ball down at the 7-yard line, 8-yard line officially. First and goal from the 8. Carterville threatening here. They lead it 6-0. Skelcher gives it to his running back, trying to get to the outside and brought down inside the 5-yard line. Once again on the carry, that is Chance Myers.
Here comes Amon Cozy back in, but Chance Myers did two really. That last one was a good hard run. Way to step up and take the ball and not be afraid to run hard with it.
Chance Myers, the junior, 5'7", 145 pounds. Cozy comes back in. 2nd down and 3 for the Lions from 2nd and goal from the 3. Clock rolls 5:47. And Cozy takes the handoff, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Never did gain the line of scrimmage. Falls at the 5, so it's going to be a loss of 2.
D.T. Thomas came in from the defensive end and was untouched, and just he picked up Cozy right as they handed the ball off. Cozy had nowhere to go. Did we even get back to the line of scrimmage?
No. Lost 2. So 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. 5:10 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Carterville trying to punch it across. Extend this 6-0 lead. Skelch puts a man in motion, throws it out left side, throws it, picks it up off the ground, and can't get to the goal line. Who was that on the reception? Was that Fishing? Wakey. So now the 19th play of the drive, and it's 4th and goal for the Lions from the 5.
Are we bringing out the field goal unit? It looks like Riley Crane's getting ready to set the block down.
Probably not a bad call. Riley doesn't have any field goals or attempts in the first 2 games. So this would be, let's see, he's got it down at the 12-yard line. Scramble play. Bad snap. Doesn't work. And West Frankfort is going to get the ball back. Carterville, bad snap, tried to scramble out of it. Fire drill and got to give credit to the defense. They bring down Bishing, and West Frankfort's going to take over from there.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a low snap issue that kept us from getting that extra point, potentially kept us from getting that extra point earlier, and here the ball just didn't quite get there. There was nothing Bishing can do but just fall on it and try not to get hurt.
Well, I tell you what, that could be a big momentum shifter right there.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 for the Redbirds from the 15-yard line.
It's 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. They haven't touched the ball this half yet. Their offense is going to be fresh and ready to try out some of the things that they adjusted at halftime.
Travian Johnson has 2 receivers near side, and he's going to keep it himself out to about the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 7, gain of 3 by the quarterback from West Frankfort.
Crane did a nice job. Riley Crane did a good job on that. Coming in, breaking down, and forcing Johnson to make a move inside, and whenever he did, there was just nowhere for him to go.
2nd and 5, gain of 5 officially by the quarterback. Johnson puts a man in motion. He goes left to right side. That is Cameron Joyner. They're taking their time, 14-13 on the play clock. Johnson takes the snap, gives it to his running back, wrapped up, and falls just a yard. Gain of 1 as he's brought down at about the 21-yard line. And the ball carrier is still on the turf. They finally get him to his feet. I believe that was
Brady Melvin.
Yeah, Brady Melvin on the carry, and he's a little slow, hobbling around in the backfield, but he's okay. So now it's 3rd and 5 from the 20. No gain on that carry by Brady Melvin. What will the Redbirds do? 2 receivers near side. Johnson rolls left, throws it out. Had a man wide open, but he threw it off the mark as it was Eli Tyson that was the intended receiver for the Redbirds. And so now West Frankfort is facing a 4th down. 4th and 5 officially from the 20.
Well, Carterville needed that. The defense gets us a 3 and out. Get the ball back. We should get decent field position.
Yeah, big defensive play. Bishing is the deep man. As West Frankfort's trying to get a man on late, that is Mason Browning that comes charging onto the field. Finally gets on the line of scrimmage. Johnson does the kicking. Here's the kick.
Oh, nice.
Gets a good kick away. Hits at midfield, takes a Redbird bounce, and it's finally downed at the 38-yard line. Man, I tell you what, this kid can do everything, doesn't he? It's Travion Johnson. Got a good kick away. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, your York dealer and proud to serve the region for over 40 years. Find out more at charliesairandheat.com.
Spiral punt, 42 yards on the punt there.
Beauty. Lions have it from their own 38-yard line. The last drive went 19 plays, and they came up short, couldn't punch it in.
They came really close. Chance Meyer came really close to breaking that last arm tackle to get into the end zone and just couldn't do it, and that was the last chance that we had.
Skelter's going to keep it on the quarterback carry. About a half-yard gain. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9 from the 39-yard line for the Lions. Good ball game. This has just been a really good ball game.
It's a good ball game if you appreciate a good defensive battle.
Yes.
If you're looking for a bunch of fireworks, there's not been a whole lot of those, but we've seen some hard hits. We've seen kids playing hard and teams putting drives together. A lot of hard coaching going on.
Well, about this West Frankfort team, you didn't really know what you were getting into. I mean, they had the week 1 win over Massac. You thought, well, they may be pretty decent, but they're young. But they're showing some real moxie here this evening. Skelter looks to throw, rolls to his right, gets away from the pressure, finds a man wide open. That is caught and out across the midfield mark to about the 45-yard line, and a great job on the reception there by Mason Watts.
So when you have a quarterback that's mobile like that, and Skelter did another nice job of rolling out and getting himself a little bit of time to make a play. When he's out there, those defensive backs have to make a decision. Am I going to step up and honor the ball, or am I going to stay back with my receiver? And our receivers just released and said, you make that decision. All the defensive backs went after Skelter, and he just threw it right up the seam there to Mason Watts. And he bobbled it at first and then wrangled it in and got a big 1st down for the Lions.
19-yard gain on that catch by Watts. They put Bishing in motion. He moves right to left. Skelch rolls to his left, throws it out, overshot. Oh, it was tipped by Bishing and picked off by West Frankfort down the far sideline. That's Johnson with it as he fights his way down to about the 22-yard line. And Bishing, the ball was in front of him. He tried to tip it and grab it himself, but he tipped it in the air, and Travion Johnson was right there. Turnover, Lions.
I don't think anybody on Carterville did anything wrong. The throw was in a good spot. Bishing couldn't quite handle it when the ball popped up off his hand. Johnson just swept in there and took off down the sideline. I tell you what, we were fortunate, Carterville was fortunate that this didn't turn into a pick 6.
Absolutely.
Force West Frankfort to bring the team on the field. You get a stop here, it's going to be a big shift back for the Lions.
Wow, big-time play, big defensive play by Travion Johnson. So West Frankfort has it from the 20-yard line. Johnson, the quarterback, works from the shotgun. 2 receivers left side. Johnson's going to keep it himself on the quarterback draw right up the middle. And he gains about 5 maybe on that carry as they're piled up. Clock rolls under a minute. And now it is 2nd down and 6 from the 16. Clock rolls to 40 seconds. Johnson with 17 on the play clock. Takes his time, looks back toward the near sideline. This may be 8 on the shot clock. High snap, but he gets a hand on it and is brought down from behind. Good defense there by Carterville, as that was Zach Miller that grabbed hold of Johnson and brought him down from behind. Good defense as the clock continues to roll under 10 seconds. I think West Frankfort is content to let it wind down.
He bobbled the snap. It was just a little bit high. When he pulls that ball in, Zach Miller it was like Zach Miller came through untouched.
We're going to head to the fourth quarter, and this is a 6-0 game. Carterville leads it. It was a 5-yard touchdown by McKenzie in the second quarter, and it's stayed that way ever since. As we head to the fourth, West Frankfort's threatening here, though, on News Radio WJPF. What a game we've got for you here at West Frankfort as we head to the fourth quarter. Carterville hanging on to a 6-0 lead, but West Frankfort has the ball. 3rd down and 7 from the Carterville 17. And West Frankfort threatening here to start play in the fourth quarter.
Big defensive play here for Carterville is necessary. It's 3rd and long.
They've gotten them when they've needed them, those big defensive plays. Travion Johnson puts a man in motion. He's going to keep it himself, tries to get to the outside, throws it, has a man open and overshot. It's caught! The receiver from the backside comes in and makes the catch, and on the reception, Cameron Joyner for the Redbirds. We are tied 6-6.
I think I might correct you. I think that was Eli Tyson on the receiving end of that. Was it number 14?
I thought it was number 3.
Oh.
Maybe it was 14. But it was a 17-yard touchdown pass. $14-yard touchdown pass. We're tied 6-6 with 11:54. We'll get the clarification on who the reception was. I thought it was number 3 that picked it, that had it. But Frankfort trying to go for the 2-point conversion. And Coach Brian Berry wants a timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. 6-6 is our score, pending the 2-point conversion. Stay with us here on News Radio WJPF.
Was Eli?
30. My bad, bum.
No, that's fine. You never know. Someone's grandmother's listening to this, and they want to know who made the catch.
So, coming out of the timeout, West Frankfort has tied the game 6-6, and Coach Brian Berry wants to talk about the 2-point conversion. The touchdown pass was by Eli Tyson on the throw from Johnson at the 11:54 mark here of the fourth quarter.
West Frankfort had 2 receivers open in the end zone, and that's the result of having a quarterback who's so dangerous with his legs that he draws all that attention. We mentioned Skelter does the same thing also when he gets out on the edge.
So, Brian Berry sends his offense out, led by the quarterback, Travion Johnson. This is the 2-point conversion, a 6-6 game. Johnson's going to keep it to himself, tries to get to the corner, and he does. No, are they going to? Yes, they say he did get the corner. The 2-point conversion is good. And with 11:54 remaining,
we have ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, West Frankfort leads Carterville 8-6. Carterville's getting the ball back here on News Radio WJPF. Wow. Hang on to your ears. I'm going to switch off here for a second. Wow. Good ball game. Good ball game. Don't talk about that. West Frankfort leads your Carterville Lions 8-6. 11:54 remaining in the game. Carterville's going to get the ball back. The 2-point conversion, the carry by Travion Johnson was good, so Carterville is taking the kickoff. It's one of the upbacks at the 15-yard line. That's Bishing that has it, and he's wrapped up. Gets out about the 25-yard line, and that big touchdown has brought this West Frankfort crowd to their feet here this evening. 11:48 as we're just underway in the fourth quarter. Got to make some adjustments here on my sheet. So 11:48. Carterville feeling some pressure here now. It's 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Brandon Skelcher brings his offense out from the near hash. Gives it to his running back. Cozy cuts it back up inside. Nice gain by Cozy. Just came to a stop and then fell forward. And the ball come loose again? No. Carterville hangs on to it.
I think Carterville is going to move the ball, and I think this is a possession where they can really step up and show if they are one of the top teams around. If they are taking that next step, they just have to avoid penalties. They have to avoid silly mistakes. Hang on to the ball, keep pushing it down the field, take those 3 and 4 yards when they let you have them, and put together a game-winning drive. If you get panicked or you play out of control, then it's gonna turn to West Frankfort's favor in a hurry.
2nd down and 7. That was a 3-yard carry by Cozy. Officially, they put Crane in motion. He takes the pitch from Skelcher to the outside as he fights his way for a 1st down. Keeps moving. They never do get him on the ground.
That was Wakey on that pitch, but there's a flag in the backfield. It's going to come back.
Yep. The flag is at the 26-yard line. That'll be a holding on the Lions. Hold. So that's going to back it up for Carterville. $10:55 remaining here in the fourth quarter. So instead of 2nd and 7, now the Lions are looking at 2nd and 17 from the 20. Skelch has a man in motion. That's Bishing. Drops back, looks to throw, throws him out, has a man wide open. That is brought out across midfield. Riley Crane on the reception. and takes it down inside the 40 of West Frankfort. What a pass. What a catch.
I don't know that he could have made a better throw. You'd give him all day and 100 tries. He couldn't throw the ball better than he did that one right there. Riley Crane took a nice step, got inside of his receiver, ran right up the hash mark, and Skelcher put it right between the numbers. Very good catch, hang on to the ball. Again, you've just got to take care of the ball right now.
In between two defenders on top of that.
He did, and wasn't afraid to throw it.
So, the carry on the outside. Wakey has it, flips down inside the 30-yard line. So now it is going to be second down for Carterville. Carterville's all of a sudden come to life here on this possession after that big touchdown, or excuse me, big reception by Crane. It's the give to Cozy. Tries to get the first down. He's stacked up short of the line to gain.
I feel like when Carterville's had a little bit of pressure put on them, or when they've under the gun a little bit, they've played pretty well in those situations. Against Nashville late in the second quarter, they put up 2 touchdowns when we were in a really tight ball game right before halftime. Even at Benton, whenever Benton comes out and scores to open up the third quarter, we come right back and score immediately. I don't think that we're afraid of the big situations right now.
Third down and 1. This is a big play for the Lions. They need a first down. Skelch takes the snap, gives it to Cozy, and has the first down and more. That will move the chains for the Carterville Lions and keep this drive moving for Carterville.
That run was all Amon Cozy. He got hit in the backfield, rolled right off of it, and picked up the first down and a couple of extra for the Lions.
Moves the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 24 now. 9 minutes exactly remaining in this contest. Carterville trying to go 3-0 on the season. Frankfort trying to go to 2-1 on the season. Skelcher drops back, looks to throw, pumps it up the right side, has the receiver there,
intercepted.
And it is intercepted in the end zone. And that was Travion Johnson on the interception, I do believe, wasn't it?
No, I think that was Eli Tyson again. But I could be wrong. We're having a heck of a time finding the numbers tonight.
That, and I need my eyes checked, probably. Eli Tyson, nonetheless, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Really, we created a one-on-one situation between Crane and Tyson, and the ball was thrown up. It was in a pretty good spot. Tyson just slipped around in front of him and pulled it down before Crane could get to it.
So what was once a very promising drive for the Lions now gives the ball back to West Frankfort and a chance to extend this 2-point lead. It's 8-6 here in West Frankfort. Johnson's going to keep it himself, has people at his ankles, and they finally pile on him right at the line of scrimmage. It's little to no gain on that carry by the quarterback from West Frankfort. Clock rolls, 8.5 remaining. Coming up, we're going to name our Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating Player of the Game.
West Frankfort's not small up front. They've got some
size,
decent size there, and their kids move well. They do a lot of pulls and a lot of trap plays in there. Credit to their line tonight.
2nd and 9 from the 21. Johnson drops back. Pressure to him. They get a hold of him, but he gets away from it. Rolls to the outside, fires it up, and is almost picked off by Carterville. And we got a flag, maybe a pass interference.
But Carterville's going to say the ball was tipped.
It was tipped.
But I'm not sure if the flag came in before the ball was tipped or after the ball was tipped.
And I don't guess it matters who tips it, because the Carterville defender is what tipped the ball. Diving in for the Lions, I believe it was Luke Johnson.
I believe it was too.
They got a hand on it, and the ball was tipped.
Once I saw the ball wasn't going to get to the receiver, I took my eyes off the receiver. So I didn't see.
And I think that's the right call, is if it's tipped. It's just. Because we're waiting on the official call here. Still no signal. They picked the flag up.
I don't know. They're walking back with the ball towards the
line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
Yeah, since the ball was tipped, that's not pass interference. If it had fallen incomplete or had been caught, it would have been a penalty. Well, now they're bringing it back the other way. They are saying pass interference.
First down. Coach Dial was not persuasive enough to get that flag picked up. However, if the pass interference occurred before the ball was tipped, once the ball is tipped, he's fair game. But prior to that, you cannot knock the receiver down. And so that's going to be the judgment of the.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any argument that it was tipped. It's a matter of when it was tipped.
Right, exactly. So now it's 1st and 10 from the 35. So that's a gain of 14 on that penalty.
Stops the clock.
7:55 remaining in the contest. Frankfort leads it 8-6. It's the give to Melvin. He busts his way out to the 45-yard line, near a first down. It'll be enough to move the chains, and West Frankfort has all the momentum in this contest right now.
Good play call.
First and 10 from the 45. 7:25 remaining. Carterville needs a defensive stop right here. Travion Johnson looks toward the near side. Gets the play, looks at the wristband on his left hand. And comes set from the shotgun. Gives it to his running back. That's Brady Melvin. It was wrapped up right there. Great defensive play. That's exactly what Carterville needed to get the stop on that run.
Chandler Jones was there for the handoff. He just waited to see who was going to end up with the ball and took him down. I don't know that he even got touched coming through the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of 5, but with it being a running play, West Frankfort's going to roll another 30 seconds off the clock before they snap it again.
2nd and 14, a loss of 4 officially.
They're going to snap this one with just over 6 minutes to go.
They're content with that, just to run the clock down. Johnson.
Another audible. They've seen something. Everybody looks down at their wristband, and let's see what they decide on.
Johnson, little screen. Flag comes in. Ball out to the 45-yard line. And that's going to be a hold on West Frankfort. Stops the clock at the 6:14 mark here in the ball game.
The result of the play would have been a 3rd and 10, a gain of about 4, took 5, took them to the line of scrimmage. But I think if we've got a hold, if that's truly what we ended up with, Carterville's going to take the penalty, move them back, and make them run second and 25. If that's the penalty that we have.
So we wait the call. A lot of conversations taking place there between the two officials. And it's backing. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Style at Full Service Salon on Division Street in Carterville, open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5. Saturday, 8 until 2. Make the call. Let's see here.
We're going to get something now.
Yeah. It's against West Frankfort.
Legal man downfield. They must have released. There was a screen.
Yeah.
And the lineman must have got a little too ambitious and got downfield prior to the pass.
So that's going to back him up. Coach Dial gets the explanation over on the far sideline. And that backs up West Frankfort to the 30.
Now the down marker on the sideline is switched to 3rd down. I want to see an indication as to what down we're supposed to have.
So it's showing 3rd and 14.
So they're showing officially a loss of down on that play.
Yeah. from the 35-yard line. Carterville, boy, they need a D stop here. Johnson takes a low snap, handles it, throws the pass across the middle, has the receiver out there off the fingertips of the intended receiver. That was Clayton Dent that was out there, and the ball hits off his fingertips, and Carterville's D comes through once again, and they force West Frankfort into a 4th down.
Brandon Skelcher running for his life to try to keep up with the receiver who gotten a step or two on him, but once the ball got there, it was out of his range. Skelcher pulls him down. Really nice play there to finish that out. So it looks like Carterville's going to get the ball back. There's 6:08 on the clock.
Bishing is the deep back. Johnson is the punter. He stands at his 22-yard line. Takes the high snap. Gets the kick away. Bishing backs off. Is going to let it roll. Going to let it roll dead, and it's going to roll dead inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. And that's where the Carterville Lions are going to take over right there. Boy, this Lions broadcast is brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702. IBEW is a proud sponsor of Lions football. IBEW Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. Under 6 to play, 5:59 to be exact. And Carterville has some work to do if they want to win this ball game. It is at their own 24-yard line, 1st and 10. West Frankfort leads it 8-6.
Carterville just has to put together a scoring drive. They don't have to score right now.
Keep doing what they've been doing and not turn the ball over. Pass to Bishing on the outside.
That helps.
Gets away from one defender, keeps his feet, and finally pile driven into the turf. Out across the far hash.
I don't know that he picked up any. Maybe a couple.
I think he may have lost a yard out there.
Oh, we got a good mark here.
They give it to him at the 25, so it was a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 from the 25.
West Frankfort's got somebody hurrying off the field. Looks like it cramp or something on the sideline.
That was Hunter Reagan that came hobbling off the field. Probably cramping up. Clock rolls, 5:17. And we have a whistle to stop the clock at 5:16.
Another defensive substitution for West Frankfort.
Brandon Turner coming in. All right, clock still stops. Skelch gives it to Cozy. Cozy busts up the middle. Spins, driven from behind. 1st down for the Carterville Lions.
We've got a flag on the play, and it was thrown a long way.
And fumble. West Frankfort says they've got the football. The officials, depends on the call. The flag is laying here on the near side of the field at about the 29-yard line. .509 showing. They're picking up the flag and waving it off. And so the fumble is going to give it back to West Frankfort. With 5:09 remaining. I didn't see what happened on the fumble, how it came out. I thought Cozy hit the ground.
I thought he was down. I really did, but I wasn't watching him. I started following this official on this side to see what he was going to call. I just thought the play was over.
But it's 1st and 10 for West Frankfort. 5:09 remaining. From the 24-yard line. Excuse me. 34-yard line. So Johnson, if they didn't take their time before, they definitely will now. They'll run it down to just the last second.
Before the clock wasn't much of an issue, but now it's going to be.
They switch the ball out. West Frankfort wants to get their football on the field.
Hunter Reagan's hobbling back out there, so it looks like he's patched up and ready to go.
8-6 is our score. West Frankfort has a 2-point lead. 5:09 remaining here in the game. And West Frankfort has the ball after another turnover by the Lions. They've coughed it up 3 times tonight. So Johnson from the shotgun takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Takes it off right tackle. And he's brought down at the 30-yard line. Keeps the clock rolling. He'll stay in bounds. He won't run out of bounds, I promise you.
No, Andrew Johnson runs him down, makes it the open field tackle. And it's a good thing. There weren't too many men left to beat.
2nd down and 6, so a gain of 4. The ball at the 30. 4:35, 34, 33 as the clock ticks away for the Lions. 3 turnovers have kept West Frankfort in this game. Carterville had a couple of good drives going. But West Frankfort has the football. It's the give to the running back. That's Melvin. Carterville wraps him up right there.
Again, hitting the backfield by Chandler Jones. And West Frankfort's going to be careful with the ball. They're going to try to keep it on the ground. You know, I don't know if their mentality now is we have to score, or if it's just a matter of let's just eat as many seconds as we can, give Carterville one more possession, give our defense a chance, and try to win it.
Under 4 to play, 3:55.
Try to win it with 8 points. That may be what they're thinking.
That may be. And the way things are going, have gone, that's going to be enough. So 3:40 remaining. It's 3rd and 6 from the 30 for the Redbirds. Ball on the turf. Johnson feels some pressure, and Carterville brings him down in the backfield.
Big sack once again. Emerson Doan.
Brought down at the 39-yard line, and Carterville's D has come through again. They've made West Frankfort earn absolutely everything this evening.
Oh, yes. You cannot fault the defense for their effort tonight.
So Johnson, it looks like they'll go for it on 4th down, and I would as well.
You get the 1st down, that's almost the dagger.
4th and 14 for the Redbirds from the 39-yard line. 2:55 remaining in the contest. Johnson checks his play wristband.
They're going to
no time on the clock, and was timeout called, or that's a delay of game penalty.
Punt team. They're bringing the punt team out, I think.
That was an intentional delay of game.
Yep.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by Polar Whip. Come taste the legend. Polar Whip and Energy is a Southern Illinois tradition, now featuring car hops. Call 618-988-9210, and they'll have it waiting for you when you arrive. Coming up, we'll have our post-game show brought to you by Joe's Lawn Care in Carterville.
I wouldn't have wanted to question the coach, but it wouldn't have been very prudent to go for that on 4th down when they can put the ball
Johnson
deep
gets
in our
the
end zone.
kick away,
Get away,
and it bounces out of bounds. So Carterville is going to have 2 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock to try to win this ball game here this evening against the West Frankfort Redbirds. The Redbirds lead it 8-6.
Well, this is going to be a fantastic finish. One crowd is going to go crazy here in about 5 minutes, and one crowd is going to drop their head and say almost.
2:38 on the clock. Carterville's Brett Dial has his offense surrounding him over on the far hash. They break the huddle. The West Frankfort fans are on their feet. They're holding their breath for the Redbirds. Can they get the win over Carterville? Carterville's offense out on the field. Here we go. 2:38 remaining. From the 18-yard line, they have to go 82 yards. Skelcher looks to throw, rolls to his right, avoids the pressure. No, he's grabbed and brought down in the backfield. And a great defensive play out there for the West Frankfort Redbirds.
Grant Gibbons, the tackle, had turned his man out and thought that Skelcher had released around the corner, and his man, I could not see who got the tackle.
I think it was number 68, D.T. Thomas, I believe.
D.T. Thomas then got a hand on Skelcher and pulls him down, puts up a long 2nd down. Carterville needs to focus now on just getting the 1st down so they can take some shots. They take 3 shots here and don't hit one of them on any of them. They're going to be handing the ball over.
10-yard loss on that, so it's 2nd and 20 for the Lions. Under 2 to play.
Another flag
comes in. Skelcher rolls away from the pressure. Makes a move, cuts it back inside, dropped the football. No, did he hang on to it? Man, I could have sworn.
I think it looked like he was just setting the ball down, I think. But there's a flag in from this far side, from the West Frankfort side. Again, I don't know what he's seeing from way over here on the sideline. But they waved it off the last time.
I know. So the clock
He's
is
picked his
stopped.
flag up. I don't know.
It's way back at the 10-yard line.
Encroachment on the defense.
Declined. So now Carterville is looking at.
Okay, Carterville's going to decline that penalty because it'd be.
So it's going to be 3rd and 8.
They'll
take the play.
They're going to take the 10-yard gain, yeah.
Actually, that
minute
winds up
45
being
to go.
12, yeah. So it's 2nd down and 8 from the 20 for the Lions. Man in motion, that's Bishing. No, excuse me, that's Crane. It comes sliding across the line of scrimmage. Skelcher looks to throw, has pressure. Brought down by the defensive line.
Timeout.
Short of the first down. A timeout is called. Stops the clock with 1:38 remaining. And this West Frankfort defense has been tough. They've done an outstanding job.
They really did. They did a nice job of containing him there. He didn't have anywhere to go. He tried to find a seam. There was no one open.
Nope. Good coverage, and we have timeout with 1:38 remaining. We'll pause for 30 here. West Frankfort clinging to a 2-point lead. It's 8-6 on News Radio WJPF. Hey, everybody online, thanks for watching. See how this thing ends. We'll set the stage for you. 1:38 remaining in the contest. West Frankfort has a 2-point lead. It is 8-6. Carterville has the ball. They are facing a 3rd and 5 from their own 24. They need a first down to just move the chains. 3rd and 5. Skelcher from the far hash takes the snap. Wants to throw. Pumps it down the middle. Has the receiver, and it's incomplete. And that was Parker Poole, the intended receiver. He tried to one-hand it, but that was thrown into triple coverage out there.
There was a lot of defense back there. It was a shot. It was a big shot, and Parker Poole went up with one hand. I thought he pulled it in, and he just couldn't get it. He couldn't get it into the body.
I did too. So now Lions, it's 4th and 5 from the 24. I think they tried to catch West Frankfort napping there, thinking maybe we're just going to try to pick up the first down.
Yeah.
And then go over the top. Defended well now. Could this be the final play for the Lions? 4th and 5 from the 24, 1:31. Skelcher rolls left. There's pressure from behind. Can he get away? He gets the ball away. It's incomplete. On 4th down.
No flags on the field. Looks like West Frankfort's going to take over.
And all they got to do is run out the clock. With 1:25 remaining, the defense comes up big for West Frankfort. They get a hold of Skelcher, bring him down, and West Frankfort just 1:25 from upsetting the Carterville Lions here this evening at home. What a ball game.
It has been a great game. We've seen just a little bit of everything in this game.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, but mostly defense on both sides of the ball. 8-6 is the score. Officials are having a conversation, is it? Brett Dial is out there. Now he wants to talk to his team. We'll take a break. 8-6 is our score. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
They've not changed they've not changed the markers yet. They're giving
Carterville the ball back?
I don't know what they're doing. Was there a missed down somewhere?
In the first quarter.
Well,
I don't know. We'll find out.
It's still the sideline markers are still showing 4th and 5.
Okay. Boy.
Feel like Carterville has offensive players.
Minute 25 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and we've got something going on the field because we thought that was a 4th down stop for the Redbirds. They have not moved the chains from that 4th down play. Brett Dial came out to talk to the officials, and he's got his offense around him on the far sideline. So
they're coming back out. Carterville's going to get another shot here.
Not exactly sure what's going on. We don't have an explanation from the official, but Carterville is looking at 4th down, and it's 5. 4th and 5. We have no idea why this is another play, another opportunity for the Lions. So it's 4th and 5. Now they're showing it should be 4th and 5 from the 24-yard line.
I'm just wondering if they messed the down up, and perhaps the sideline marker might have been off.
It might have been.
Maybe he called timeout right before the play. That could have been something because he was given a timeout here, and the whistle didn't come in from the sideline in time. So.
And I'm sure the entire field, the only people that know are the 22 guys on the field and the head coaches.
And I'm sure Carterville's going to take it, and West Frankfort's going to want an explanation.
New life for the Lions, 4th and 5. Skelcher rolls to his right, gets it out, finds the receiver, first down for the Lions, and moves the chains out to about the 45-yard line for the Lions.
Boy, that is a kick in the gut if you're West Frankfort. You're still in control if you're West Frankfort, but you got to put that play behind you and get to the next one. Carterville is wanting to roll now.
Yes, they are with a minute 30. Skelcher takes the snap, throws the pass out right side, caught and by Wakey.
5 yards. He caught it while he was on his knees, so the clock is going to run. Carterville has to call timeout.
Yep, and they do. So I will have to find out in our postgame exactly what the call is there, but the Lions now have 2nd and 5 with the ball at midfield and a minute 18 remaining here. Don't forget, if you want scores from around Southern Illinois, just go over to 1035ESPN.com. The scoreboard there brought to you by Banterra Bank. And Darren Kennard will have the Sports Central Friday Night Live coming up about 9:30, which is only 10 minutes away. So let's set the stage here. It was no score at the end of the first. Carterville led it 6-0 after the 5-yard touchdown run by Amon Cozy. That was at the 5:37 mark of the second. West Frankfort scored at the 11:54 mark of the third. The 14-yard touchdown pass from Johnson to Tyson. The 2-point conversion was good, and that's where we stand. Carterville, last gasp effort here with a minute 18. Looking at 2nd down and 5 from midfield for the Lions. Skelcher, 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Skelcher drops back, looks to throw, has a man open. That's Bishing. Tip catch at the 22-yard line. And that's going to move the chains.
He takes it to the 30-yard line. He dove to catch the ball, hung on to it. The ball's being set. I don't know if Carterville's going to clock it or if they've got another play in mind.
Minute 10 as the clock rolls.
They're going to run a play.
They are. Skelcher rolls to his right. No pressure on him. Throws it out near far side. Caught by Bishing once again. Powers his way down inside the 10-yard line.
Riley Crane takes it all the way in there, I think.
Is that Crane?
That was Crane, yes. A nice catch. The ball was below his waist. Boy, if you're West Frankfort, once again, you just keep taking punches right now.
55.
They have to find something if they're going to stop this bleeding.
55 seconds remaining. Lions have it. 1st and 10 from the 12. Skelcher gives it to Cozy. Cozy runs it off right guard. Falls forward to about the 5-yard line.
Carterville tries to catch West Frankfort, perhaps sitting back on the pass on the outside, and just quick run one up the middle there.
And a West Frankfort player on the turf. He gets up. There's a second Frankfort player on the turf. He gets up, and we have the clock stopped with 37 seconds remaining in this game. Wow, what a ball game. I'm still so curious what happened on that play, that fourth down play. We're going to keep it right here with 37 seconds remaining here in this game.
I just think there had to have been a timeout called right before the ball was snapped because Coach Dial wasn't he knew it was going to get overturned here.
So here come the Lions.
What you can't afford is a fumble, obviously. Big sack in the backfield. West Frankfort needs something to get a little momentum on their side and have Carterville push the panic button.
8-6 is the score. Carterville trails 2. It is 2nd and goal from the 5. Skelcher takes the snap, gets the pitch to Cozy. Touchdown! Amon Cozy from 5 yards out with 29 seconds left in the game. Carterville leads it 12-8. Listen to those Carterville fans on the far sideline. The 5-yard touchdown carry by Amon Cozy.
Boy, that's a gutsy call under 30 seconds, and you hand the ball off in that close. You get a fumble, anything. It was a gutsy call. He did a nice job. Cozy really worked hard to get in that one.
And a nice job up front by the line on the block there, doing the blocking. Carterville leads it 12-8. 29 seconds left.
Up 4, going to go for 2, obviously. Try to get the 6-point lead.
Here we go, Skelcher. Snap. Gets to the outside. Dump pass is thrown up, and it is
just
incomplete. And that is where we stand right now.
Keegan Bowers comes in and knocks that down. I feel like we've talked about him a lot defensively.
We have. 12-8 is our score. Let's take a break for 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF. Woo! How about that, football fans? Dad, come on.
Well, I'm going to predict we are not going to overtime.
Yeah, I wouldn't think. For everybody watching online, sorry about all the shaking of the camera. Wow. Wow. What a comeback by the Carterville Lions. With 29 seconds remaining, they score the go-ahead touchdown on the 5-yard carry by Amon Cozy. And they lead it 12-8 here. And Carterville getting set to kick it away. Riley Crane does the kicking for the Lions. Tees it up at the 40-yard line.
Then Amon Cozy comes out, and he's first man off the ball on the kickoff team.
Yes. So West Frankfort sends 3 deep. You can bet Carterville's not going to give him anything. It's a squib kick. Kicks it out to, that's Johnson out there on the far sideline trying to get to the outside. Brings it across the 25. Cuts it back up inside at the 30 where he's finally brought down right there. And that's where West Frankfort is going to have an opportunity.
They just stretched him out, didn't give him anything to go through. Again, Sabluski on that. Malachi McGee with a nice tackle.
Don't count West Frankfort out with Johnson back there. Anything can happen in this game. So it's 1st and 10, 21 seconds remaining.
Empty backfield.
Send 2 receivers, now 3 receivers over to the far side. Johnson has a near receiver on the right side. He's by himself in the backfield. Takes the snap. Johnson looks to throw. Throws it deep down the middle. Overshoots everybody, and it falls incomplete. And stops the clock with 16 seconds remaining here.
Great coverage that time. Carterville had 3 6-footers standing over the top of the ball when it came down, and I thought they were going to pick it and end the game, but
I did too.
It overshot everybody.
I did too. But give credit. Carterville's defense got stops when they needed them. And the offense was finally able to punch it in with 29 seconds left. Travion Johnson again by himself in the backfield. Has 3 receivers over on the far side. 16 seconds remaining in the game. 12-8 the score. Johnson throws the pass up, and it was almost caught out here on the near side by Hunter Reagan.
That ball looked like it came out funny. I don't
Like
know if it got tipped or if he's.
It looked like it got tipped.
It still went a long way if it got tipped, but it came out funny for sure.
"11 seconds remaining in the game. Now it's 3rd down and 10.
You know, you don't want anybody to get behind you, but the quarterback, his arm's limited. He can only throw it so far. There's no need to give so much space that you're going to let him catch it at the 40-yard line.
Johnson takes the snap a little bit low, but he wants to throw. He's directing traffic, dodges away from the pressure. Now he gets the pass up. He just throws it, lobs it up, and
wow, West Frankfort has
incomplete.
They have a case to make.
Yes, they
want
do.
that pass interference.
The receiver got hit by the defender, and with no time on the clock and no flag on the field, that is the end of the ball game. It was a jump ball pass that was thrown up by Johnson, and when the ball was in the air, the defender hit the receiver, but no flag as the intended receiver was Eli Tyson. And that is how that ends. Carterville escapes West Frankfort here this evening, 12-8. The final score as the teams go through the handshake line. Carterville, a lucky 3-0 on the season. West Frankfort now 1-2. What a ball game. Stay with us. Our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal postgame show is coming up next here on News Radio WJPF. Wow. Okay, thanks. I'm going to make some noise here, so stand by.
Do you want some scores?
Yeah, we'll need them. We'll need them coming up in a few minutes. Wow. My sheet is such a mess here. I don't even.
I know.
Teddy, good ball game, buddy. Yeah. Just can't close it? What'd you say that? Okay.
Hey, way to make it look easy.
Hey, Coach is going to be coming up. What a ball game from West Frankfort this evening. The Carterville Lions escaped with a 4-point lead, a 4-point win, 12-8 this evening over the West Frankfort Redbirds. At the end of the first half, it was 6-0, and that first touchdown wasn't scored until the 5 minute and 37-second mark of the second quarter, the 5-yard touchdown run by Cozy. Coming in the third quarter, it was the 14-yard pass from Johnson to Tyson. The 2-point conversion was good and gave West Frankfort the 2-point lead, 8-6. But finally, Carterville scores with 29 seconds left in the game, and they come away 12-8. The final score. They escape West Frankfort. This is our postgame show brought to you by Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal. We're going to take a break. And we'll talk to the head coach of the Lions. Our John A. Logan Coaches Show coming up next on News Radio WJPF. we'll keep it here as Coach Brett Dial makes his way up for our John A. Logan post-game show. And quick conversation the coach had with his team out on the field. And Carterville comes away with the 12-8 win this evening on the road at West Frankfort, and just a good ball game. If you like defense, this was a good ball game. If you like,
some acrobatics.
Have you ever seen a man have a heart attack? That's what that looked like. And Carterville comes away with the 12-8 win. Coach Brett Dial joins us here on our John A. Logan Coaches Show. Coach, a win's a win's a win.
Yeah, it's sometimes you're going to have to win ugly. When we knew we were going to have our hands full this week, and you got to give West Frankfort a lot of credit. I thought they played very, very hard, and they gave us all we could handle. I mean, they just brought the house, every play, and then when they needed to make a play, it seemed like they made it. We turned the ball over quite a bit tonight. I don't know if it was 3 or 4, but whatever it was, we're fortunate to go on the road and have that many turnovers and survive and get out of here. So give West Frankfort a ton of credit. Those kids played hard tonight.
Coach, we got to get a clarification. Carterville has a 4th down. They're short. There was a discussion. We thought it was going to be West Frankfort ball. We have no idea exactly what happens. We're assuming you had called a timeout, but can you clarify exactly what happened?
I can clarify. West Frankfort called a timeout. The official over here blew the whistle, which is why, because I said to my guys, my number 1 receiver out here didn't run the route on that play. I'm like, what? He stopped. It's because they blew the whistle. So they heard it, and the official told the white hat he blew the whistle. So there's the timeout whistle, and we get another play, and that's all we needed. I mean, I don't know if I've been coaching football a long time. I don't know if I've ever seen that. We went from going home 2-1 to 3-0 on completely out of our control. And that's dangerous. You want to be in control of your own team and be in control of your destiny. And tonight, we were not in control at really any point. It was tough. It was tough battling, and some of the mistakes that we made tonight we didn't make the first 2 weeks. But you survive and you move on, and we're going to have to look at the tape and figure out what exactly went wrong and try to improve.
I would say the same thing. When you were coming up here, I was thinking there were so many, like you said, there were some glaring mistakes, not to just dwell on them. However, you also walk out of here with a drive that these kids are going to remember a long time. And that's going to be in the back of their mind. So as you move forward for the next week as the coach, what is your focus? Do you forget the mistakes and focus on the positives, or are you going to have to do a little bit of both?
Yeah, well, for sure. We're going to have to do a little bit of both. But, my mantra out there is the only play I care about is the next play. Now, fortunately for us, our next play is a week away. So we're going to take the next 6-7 days to kind of identify what that next play needs to look like. I never felt comfortable tonight. There was something was just off. I don't know if it was me. I'll take it. It's me. Something was just not clicking right. I never felt like I was in a good groove offensively. I felt like I was having to rely way too much on the pass, which I'm okay throwing the ball, and I'll throw it to any of our guys out there. That's not the issue. The problem was I never felt like we had a run play that we could go to. And then when we needed a touchdown right there, we ran a little buck sweep off the left side, and I told Zach's the lead on that. I said, Zach, you make sure Cozy gets in on this one. And you got to sometimes follow your dude, and we did, and we got in, and we get out of here with a win.
Well, this game started off so herky-jerky. That first drive by West Frankfort, they had 4 penalties on that drive. We had 2 or 3. It was just like start, stop, and it just seems like it didn't get a whole lot better after that.
This was a really tough game to coach in, a tough game to play in. There was no flow, and that's hard. But again, we go on the road. How many turnovers did we have? 3 or 4?
I think it was 3.
Okay. You turn the ball over on the road 3 times, you're not supposed to win that game. We're fortunate we got out of here. We're not going to apologize for it. We're going to take it, and we're going to move on, and we're going to get ourselves ready for Heron. I mean, it was a tough game, and like I said, I think that a major reason for that, I don't think it was our kids' effort at all. I think our kids played hard. I just think West Frankfort played really hard, and I think it's an up-and-coming team, and I give those guys a lot of credit over there.
I think we're going to go on and name our player of the game while Coach is here, and I want to give him credit because of his drive. And our player of the game brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Comfortable no matter what the difference. I'm going to give it to the quarterback tonight, Brandon Skelcher, because that last drive, the passes, the pass to Riley Crane was right in stride. Bishing made the big play.
Right.
That diving, I'd like to give it to Bishing, but that diving catch he made over here on the near side, but it was all on the arm of your quarterback, Brandon Skelcher, tonight, and he showed real poise in that final drive.
We got that one last chance. I just told the guys in a timeout, or when the possession changed over, I said, guys, you just got to take a deep breath. You got to slow your heart rate down a little bit. We've got to execute now. It's all about quality. It's not about drawing anything up in the dirt. It's about executing what we do, and we got to be perfect here. We don't have any room for error. And I don't like to say that, but we didn't have any room for error in that last drive, and they came through.
And that starts with a guy who's going to touch the ball every play. Right.
Absolutely. And Brandon was confident the whole time. I don't think he felt like he had a great game, but he didn't have a bad game. I mean, they were tough. Give their safety.
He made some throws.
Guy kid closed ground so quick. That kid's a good player.
The throw he made to Crane right there on the hash mark on your sideline late in the game, that was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, I'm kind of at a loss. I mean, I've been kind of a loss all night, really, and but like I said, we can go watch this film and we can critique it all we want, but we're still 3-0 and we're going home to play Heron.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Coach Brett Dial joining us here on our John A. Logan Coaches Show here this evening. Carterville wins the game 12-8. We're going to go on and take a break here, and we'll continue on our postgame show on News Radio WJPF.
This is 16. You're good to go.
Thank you. This game reminds me of a Heron game. Mm-hmm. Just like that. That's what a Heron game's like. Hey, everybody online, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad we got clarification on the timeout. It had to have been a timeout.
I did not hear the whistle.
I didn't either, but I can't hear anything.
And if they gave it back to us or not, when Barry ran out.
Not all the officials heard the whistle. So
That makes no sense.
So Carterville comes away with the 12-8 win this evening on the road at West Frankfort. And like Coach Brent now just said, a win's a win. We're going to go home. We're 3-0, and look forward to next week on the road at Heron.
You get a ball game like this, somebody's going home heartbroken. It doesn't matter. Yeah. You kind of feel for West Frankfort. Not that I was rooting for West Frankfort by any means, but I also felt like they'd earned a victory tonight, and they just don't get to leave with it. Carterville did everything they could do. Carterville had the victory pulled out. They'd earned it as well. Like Coach Dow said, it wasn't like our kids didn't play hard. Our kids played hard. They did everything they should. West Frankfort did as well. So, great football game. Unfortunately, for the Redbirds, the Lions come out on top, and like we said, we'll take it. 3-0 is better than 2-1.
Brandon Skelcher, our player of the game, brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, punctual service, 5-star satisfaction, and experience from over 40 years in the business. We'll be back with you next Friday night from home. Heron Tigers will come to town, a cross-county rivalry. We'll kick off at 7 o'clock. Keenan and I will have our pregame coverage that starts at 6:45 here on News Radio WJPF. My heart's finally settled down just a little bit. What an exciting finish for the Lions.
That was a fun game.
They score with just 29 seconds left. The 5-yard touchdown run from Amon Cozy gives the Lions the 12-8 win on the road tonight at West Frankfort. What a ball game. For our broadcast producer, engineer back at the studio, Brian, our pal, from a broadcast partner, that's Keenan Clark. I'm Dave McKenzie. Thank you so much for listening to Lions football here on your home for Lions Sports News Radio, WJPF. God bless everybody.
right, good game, good call. Safe trip home, Dave. I'll see you in the morning.
Thanks, buddy.